Hey, what's good, people in the neighborhood? Hello, anyway, that guy is so you just carry the conversation right into the new chat. Hey, sweetie. Man. Sucks. Big sucks. And Nargatrol immediately with a link to something. Okay. Let's have a look here. Please don't fucking rickroll me. I would really hate it if you are about to rickroll me. Some sort of Donald Trump?
This is the best streamer, the best. I came into the stream and I said, wow, what a great streamer. This is the best streamer, the best. I came into the stream and I said, wow, what a great streamer.
Wow. Amazing. Donald Trump really said that. He said that for real. And you can't convince me otherwise. He said that about my stream. Yeah, you heard it here first. Yeah. It's true. There's only one thing that Donald Trump and I agree on, and that's that this is the best stream. It's true. This was taken from his last inaugural speech, from his latest proclamation. While he was signing all those executive orders that fucking over American people, he was like,
this is the best streamer, the best. I came into the stream and I said, wow, what a great streamer.
Yeah. It's true. He did say, you said that for real. Yeah, he does. Oh, that's great. I'm actually going to save this. Can I, like, download it or something? Or how do I download, yeah? Ah, okay.
This is the best streamer, the best. I came into the stream and I said, wow, what a great streamer.
I'll, just save the link? No, I can download it. It's fine. Anyway, which what we doing? We're playing Path of Exile 2. We're playing Path of Exile, and in that game, I am a witch. And I got my little bone boys. We love casting spells. I just shoved a nuke up my ass. Okay. Alright, lady. We gotta cut you off. Alright, I'm gonna stay in the corner, I think. I don't think I need to... You guys don't care about my mana. I'm just gonna be right next to my mana. I don't know. Maybe if somebody complains, I'll switch it out. But for now, I'm just gonna stay in the corner. But yeah, so here is my lovely witch girl. There she is. She's all decked out. And she's got a bunch of bony boys. They're not here right now, because we're in a non-combat area. But, you know, they'll turn up. They'll turn up. And I'm holding on to this because I want to be able to spice it up. Maybe I will be able to do later. But yeah, so last time when we played the game, we basically unlocked, I think, the last portion of this act, it seems like. Because now we're going to go into the sunken city. And, oh, the drowned city, excuse me. And see what's up. I'm guessing it's going to be a lot of dudes we have to fight. That's my wild and crazy guess. A nuke up here. I said, wow. Yeah. You know, Sapphire Buggy is a very sexual woman, you know. She's a, how you say, a very horny on main. You know, it's okay. It's very nice. We appreciate, we respect, but most importantly, we worship at her feet. But she's not into foot stuff. Feet. Alright. So yeah, here are my bony boys.
Exile, wretched and drowned. I'm sure I'd prefer you this way.
So yeah, here's all my bony boys. We got a whole bunch of them, alright? So, this guy right here, his name is Sparky. Oh no, I call him Fire Poops because he has fiery poops. This guy is called Cool. Sorry, no, this guy's called Ice, and this guy's called Vanilla. And these guys don't have names because they're expendable. Alright. Нет, fit stream, спасибо. Don't want fit stream, no thank you. I think I saw a thing recently Someone posted there was like a graphic a while ago. Somebody showed all different countries of the world and the most searched porn category in that country on like Pornhub and stuff. And apparently Russia is really into anal. So that's something we have in common. Nobody's into foot stuff. Like no single country. There's one country that was very surprisingly into mature stuff. I think it was like Turkey or something? I don't know. But there you go. The more you learn. Explore the down city and search for the agarat. Agarat. It's like a ziggurat, but it's built different. Whatever makes people happy? Yeah. Exactly. Well, as long as it's ethical, you know? Which, the porn industry unfortunately rarely is. But, you know, that's a separate issue. Oh boy. Wait, what is that? Is that... That's a creature I can't seem to kill. I guess it's not a creature. It's an environmental effect. Weird. Like a weird water blob. Filthy firstborn. Damn. That guy's so filthy. Is that industry always will be shameless? Depends what you mean by shameless. So the stuff I'm talking about is like the bad business practices that don't protect workers, that coerce, especially women, into doing stuff they're not comfortable with because, like, that breaks in the big bucks. Removing autonomy, creative control, stuff like that. Like, yeah. As far as I'm aware, porn actors don't have a union in any country, which is a big issue, right? They don't get worker representation. But if you're talking about the actual sex stuff, well, to a certain extent, what's there to be shameful of? You know, it's just good old-fashioned fun. Again, if it's done consensually and yada yada yada. You know me, we're very pro-sex on the Apologous stream. We're very pro-hedonism. If it feels good on your dongle and your hoo-ha, then you know, have at it. But the big issue is just that because of, you know, capitalism, fucking capitalism, the profit motive causes people to do stuff and coerce other people to do stuff they otherwise would not be comfortable doing. I'm sure there's many a girl who's been, you know, pressured into anal by some sleazy guy who's like, don't worry, baby, it's not gonna hurt and you're gonna earn twice as much money. It's like, okay, money's nice, but like, fuck. I mean, of course, the women are being utilized, what it's called. Yeah. Damn that goddamn capitalism. But again, I don't think that's the issue with the porn industry necessarily. And on top of that as well, just like with prostitution, one of the other issues is that, I mean, porn is legal in the countries where it's legal, but it's like, it's still heavily stigmatized. And so for that reason, even if legally porn stars have a recourse if like they're mistreated or whatever, they're not really given due process, you know? Like cops would be like, oh, this fucking whore wants us to, you know, take care of her or whatever. There's that lack of sympathy, you know, that lack of empathy that leads victims of sexual assault or, you know, bad business practices to not be given justice, not be granted the proper, you know, rights and privileges and protections that they should be, legally speaking. Agony scale the deadly. Sundays off, paid overtime and stuff? Yeah. I mean, that would help, right? You know? Like, that sounds silly, but yeah. So it's kind of a two-pronged thing. I mean, capitalism is one thing, but in the case of the porn industry as well, I think it's also like a cultural perception thing, you know? If it was treated the same as any other entertainment industry, like fucking, you know, movies, TV, whatever, there would be a union. Why it has so bad pixel or something? Oh, did it turn off the thing? Wait, hold on. No, I don't think I changed the upscaling. Wait, is it stuck on 720 again? Please don't tell me. Look like a little 360p? Well, there's going to be some delays regardless. There's going to be some lag either way because unfortunately my computer's not strong enough to play this game and also stream it. That's inevitable. But I really sincerely hope we're fucking streaming in 1080p. If we're doing 720, this is some bullshit. Better now? Really sincerely hope we're fucking Yes. For fuck's sake! Why the fuck? Fucking shit, man. I've been oh my god, this is pissing me the fuck off. Seriously. This is some bull fucking shit. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. I switched to the right codec. I increased the goddamn bitrate. It's high quality, good quality bullshit. What the fuck do you want? Why the fuck is it not fucking 1080? Explain this to God. Oh my fucking shitballs. In YouTube it should be 1080. But Twitch is like, no, it's not good enough. Fuck you. God damn it, man. Ligma Balls says, hey, drug? Hey, Ligma Balls. Twitch is a bitch, yo? It really is. I don't have the fucking mental energy to fucking fix this shit. Sorry, Twitch. We're streaming in 720 for you guys. Sorry. I can't be bothered. Sorry. But hey, Ligma Balls, what's up? Oh, drug, not drug. Sorry, I just realized. Like friend. No, I mean friend of Russian. Yeah. Sorry. Hey, drug. I can't get enough of you. Homie, yeah. Alright, what do we got here? A nest. Anyway, yeah, if you want 1080p, go to youtube.com, I guess. Old World Slayer asked a comment. If you were a porn actor, what would your moniker be, and what would you be known for? Oh, that's easy. I came up with that a while ago. My name would be Tony Baloney. Also, why did I die there? It was so weird. My name would be Tony Baloney. Actually, scratch that. It would be Tommy Salami. Hey, how you doing? I guess that's what happens when your CEO doesn't like coming to the office and prefers to be cool with streamers rather than being CEO of making your platform competitive and not shit. Yeah. Yeah, Twitch ain't great, but you know, it's where I pitched my tent, so here we are. I could be like a YouTube-only streamer, but then I'd have to like rebuild my audience from the ground up, and that's hard. John Holmes, and is this Anaconda? Ooh, not bad actually. John Holmes. That sounds pretty cool. I'll watch clips of you and Popitch and Dambro. How strong love can be. What love? What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck do you mean love? He doesn't give a shit about me, and vice versa. The only people who give a shit about like our connection is like some random fucking shitty teens in my comments section. What the fuck are you talking? What love? The only person more annoyed about like people reminding us of the crab shit is probably him. He had a big schlong. Oh wait, there was actually a guy named John Holmes? Oh, I see, okay. Who's John Holmes? What was he known for? Aside from having a big schlong.
Image.
Meme speak. Amazing. Grime Lurch? Oh boy. This guy's a ringer. Can I lock him in? Probably not, right? Didn't think so. So let's see if we can freeze him. 18%? That's gonna be a while. 22. I mean, maybe. He was the most known porn actor back in the day? Wait, really? They like to, visit the back door. Aw, you cute little boomer. Can't say anal? Aw, that's sweet. Okay, you can say so. John Holmes, never heard of him. Never heard of him. I've heard of Ron Jeremy, I've heard of Johnny Sins, I've heard of a bunch of people, but never heard of a John Holmes. Kids these days. Yeah, won't even watch 70s vintage porn that looks like ass. And sounds even worse. And where everyone has a hairy bush. Oh no. Oh. Oh, woe is me. Oh man. Give me more of that hairy fucking bush. Please show me the fucking action where I can barely see any of it because there's a fucking afro in your crotch. Yes. That's what I want in my life. Ligma Ball says, yeah. You're so funny, Ligma Balls. You're so funny. It's crazy how you came up with this totally original joke. Wow. It's crazy. John Holmes says, the adult film industry, what Elvis Presley was to rock and roll, he simply was the king. Does that mean he also stole a bunch of sex moves from black people? Is that also something that translates directly, or? Well, I mean, he's still having a big penis from black people, I suppose. From Wikipedia. Wikipedia says that? Jesus. Bit of editorializing on their part, but all right. I never knew Wikipedia to be so partial. You're a bush, Harry. Harry Potter. Pavel, talk about penis. Okay, well, there's lots of different kinds. Mine's about, like, slightly above average size. I'm at around, I think last time I measured myself I was around 16 centimeters, so it's like, it's fine, gets the job done. I'm pretty happy about that. Probably get a bit of leverage from my Polish heritage, but I'm pretty sure you can't pick up peanuts with it. It's true, I cannot. Doesn't have that kind of flexibility. I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that Polish penises are, at the very least, the girthiest in the world, if not the longest. So pound for pound, definitely in Europe for sure, pound for pound, Polish sausage is the most filling, if you catch my drift. But, I don't know, this might be outdated records. Also, it's really hard to measure as well because, like, these kind of surveys are usually done, like, by volunteers, and the kind of person who's willing to, submit their penis for survey probably has more to offer than the average, most likely. Is a kielbasa trait max. I don't know, I have to assume, like, when sociologists put out stuff that's, like, been peer-reviewed, I have to assume they have accounted for variables like the observer effect and stuff like that. Not the what's it called? The desirability bias, I think it's called. Yeah. Or like the volunteer bias or whatever it's called. I'm 16, 19 centimeters good? Yeah, 19 is definitely a way above average, yeah. I think that the average, I'm pretty sure the average penis length is 15 if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, if you've got 4 centimeters on that, then you're definitely good to go. Yeah. But I will say that there are certain girls who are actually not big fans of giant penises. Like, past a certain point, I think like 19 is fine. 19 is like a very decent size, very good. Any more than that, though, I feel like you might cause complications in some girls. So you might be careful about that. Might need to be careful. Yeah. Like, it is possible to have a penis that's too big, unfortunately, in some cases. Like, so big that it becomes a nuisance, you know? I don't know this for a fact, but just based on the porn that I've seen, I feel like... Because in Painful for Vagina? Yeah, exactly, yeah. There's a certain, like, upper limit on how far most pussies can stretch. And again, it's a very individual thing. So like some girls are stretchier than others, obviously. Like it's very individual. But yeah, there will be an upper limit on that. So you might meet a girl who's like, oh yeah, I'm down for anything, and then turns out she wasn't ready. Not her fault. It's just like it's just biology. Again, I'm not quite sure about this myself. Again, just based on the porn that I've seen, I have a strange suspicion that black dick doesn't tend to get as hard as white dick. I don't know. Like, I watch black porn actors do their thing, and I feel like they kind of have to shove their meat inside because it's still kind of, like, wiggly, Like, it gets big, but it doesn't have that same rigidity that white dick does. That's why I think they can get away with shoving their giant shit into white girls. Because it doesn't have that same, like, forceful impact. Whereas white dick, I feel if it was the same size, would be much less forgiving in that regard. Again, don't quote me on that. I might need to look into some research on that, but I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. All porn actors get some medicine. Should we talk about? That is true. That is worth pointing out as well. That is true. Yeah. You do have a good point there. That is true. I mean, obviously, of course, porn actors are not a representative sample of the average penis. Of course. Like, again, if you're the kind of guy who's willing to do porn, chances are you've, like, weighed the size of your schlong against the average and, like, you know what? Yeah, it's good. And I imagine there's, like, a certain there's a certain threshold you have to meet in order to qualify. It's not the length that women want, but girth? You have an average PP, but it's thick, then many more women will be happier. That is true, but also, I think what also matters is, can it hit the right erogenous zones? Like most, from what I understand, most girls are not able to attain orgasm from penetration alone. They usually require like clitoral stimulation or vibes or some combination of both or some like other type of thing. Penetration is very rarely the cause of orgasm for girls. Rarely. Unless it's like penetration plus vibes. Like vibes are a huge deal, obviously. But it certainly helps if the head of your penis can hit their G-spot, or better yet, the cervix. If you can like push the cervix in, that's usually a good sign. And so you don't necessarily need to be the biggest for that, but having more PP does like increase the chances that you'll hit the right zone, if that makes sense. Like if you're trying to hit a target, it makes sense that you're shooting with a shotgun instead of a pellet gun, right? But like likewise, you can hit with a sniper rifle if you know where you're hitting. But if you've got yourself a bazooka, well then it doesn't matter how you hit. And so for that reason, unfortunately, a lot of guys with big dicks sometimes have this sort of like stealth problem that they actually end up being very bad at sex because they just assume the size of their schlong carries them through and they don't learn technique. It's a very common problem. Yeah, a lot of girls will tell you that like, oh yeah, like it sounds cool to have a giant penis in theory, but then like in practice, unfortunately, guys who have big dicks, rarely are able to utilize it properly. I live in a Christian country, get some girls, problematic. Yeah, that's an issue as well for sure. Yeah. Well, Godspeed to you. What can I say? Also, you're 19. Wait, did you say you're 16 or you're 19? You're 16. You got plenty of time. Don't worry about it. Ain't nobody in a hurry, You'll be alright. You'll be okay. Oh. Razor Shriek the Wretched. Gotcha. X-rated stream H18. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have that marked in my thing. So yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Actually, I know for a fact. Yeah, if somebody is hopping onto my stream for the first time, they get a notification. You get a little disclaimer like, warning, this is an 18+ stream. They're talking about mature content. Viewer discretion advised. Trigger warning. In short, if you're a pencil dick or cold cut slice dick, I'm sorry, buddy. Well, again, like, I think it's possible to still have an impact with a pencil dick, but yeah, I feel like paradoxically chodes have a better chance. Please, man with sword, don't ban me. No, it's okay, it's okay. Don't worry about it, we're all good. Whoa, Nelly. We got a whole lot of dudeage here. Let's go blow shit up. Let's go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nice. Perfect timing on the level up there. Excellent. I guess we can give it a shot. Hold on, let's see if we can find a better... No, these are bad. Okay. So I have an opportunity here to get a new thing. I mean, I'm gonna have to need it anyway, so I might as well do it. Okay, so we need to figure out which way to go here. I think there's some minion stuff here, so it makes sense to go this way. Basically, I'm putting all of my passive points into making minions as strong as possible, so we gotta go this way. Let's go ahead and move here, +5 to strength. We need strength because it is a requisite for being able to use rattling scepters specifically, which are the scepters that create warriors. Can I ask you a question about casino? Yeah, sure, go ahead. Totally fine. Go ahead. All right, let's go see normal item to a rare item. Let's go. Bam. Very nice. Allies in your presence deal increased damage. Wait. Yeah. Ah, damn it. +1 to level of all minion skills. That's good. I would hate to lose that, but allies in your presence deal 6. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, holy shit. This is good. All right. Yo. Regenerate life. Let's go. Wait, reduced attribute requirements. Oh, well that's not well, I mean that's great, except I already put the points in. But okay, fine, whatever. Can I add more? No. Can I change the attribute? Maybe. I don't think I have the thingy, right? I don't. Yeah. Quality of a oh, actually, let's just hold on now. But that's good, though. They're going to deal so much damage. Holy crap. It is true that it's only... no, allies in the presence. Yeah. So it's good. Excellent. But can it generate Riz, though? We don't need Riz. I don't need friends. I make friends. All my friends push me to the edge. All my friends are dead. Yeah. But yeah, lick my balls. What's your question about casino? Go ahead. All right, this is awesome. Oh man, first of all, it's a level 10 warriors, which we had level 8 before, and secondly, oh, that's so good. 60% increased damage. That's huge. And yeah, extra critical damage, and then like do extra lightning damage. Holy crap, dude. This is gonna be fucking baller. Though it does mean, unfortunately, that we're now back to standard levels. We were like plus 2 levels before, but it's fine. I'm looking to find the item that can change one of the attributes of a rare item, so I can take out that requirements thing, because I don't give a shit about that. That's a waste on me, because I already have the points. All right, let's see this increased damage. Let's go! I don't see the lightning. Also, I guess the question is, like, what counts as my presence? How much they pay you? Oh, at the company that I work at, I make basically like about 1,000 euros a day, a month, a day. I make about 1,000 euros a month for like 150 hours, roughly. Which I think is pretty decent considering the work that I do. You know, it's pretty easy for me. What am I doing? What am I trying to do? Fuck. Oh yeah, right. I want to see. What does it mean in your presence? Your presence is an area around your character within the certain effects. By default, it has a 6-meter radius. Okay. Can I maybe see it? I mean, 6 meters sounds like a lot. If I'm 2 meters tall, it's like 3 of me. Yeah, that's fine. That's a good range. Dobry wieczór. Hey, Suzerain. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? I don't know why, but I just so dislike the movement of the character models, specifically the PC. It is a little bit wonky, isn't it? Yeah, I see what you're saying, yeah. It is a little bit, like, tough to watch. That is true. But honestly, even at the level that I'm at, I feel like there's just so much shit going on that's really hard to even notice. Though I will say that generally Path of Exile 2 is definitely a lot less busy, a lot less loud visually than Path of Exile was. Path of Exile was like fucking just nothing but like numbers and fucking lights on screen and you don't know what the fuck's going on. Here, yeah, there's a bit of noise, but like it's manageable noise, you know? It's like, it's fine. It's not terrible. Bloodspine the Ever-Thirsty. Bloodspine the never can get no bitches. Bloodspine the eternally maidenless. Oh shit, how did I die? What the fuck? Oops. Casino take millions and pays 1K per month? Welcome to capitalism, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Oh no, a company pays its employees just enough to keep them coming? Holy shit. Whoa. A capitalist company pays its employees as little as it can get away with? Whoa. Send this to the goddamn presses. No fucking way. Whoa. Like, what the fuck? Of course. Obviously. But also, to be fair, I'm not sure exactly how the system works. Just so you barely feel like going to work. Yeah, basically, yeah. Not enough to live comfortably, but too much to quit, yeah. I thought maybe 2K, 3. Nope, just 1. Honestly, I would love it if it was like 2 or 2, 3. Honestly, even 2K would be incredible in my current situation. It would be amazing. Honestly, yeah, if they like doubled everyone's salary at the company, it would be like the best place to work, hands down. They would never have to. They would never be short-staffed for the rest of their lives. They would never have a turnover problem. At least for a little while, anyway. The standard eventually would increase, but yeah. Yeah. But hey, I mean, as long as it keeps, chugging. I'm not sure how the system goes, because the company that I work for is a service provider for casinos. So I'm assuming there's some sort of a commission thing where, like, the money that those casinos generate is paid in percentage to the... I don't know that for a fact, though. Like, if it's a flat rate, then it doesn't matter how much money the casinos make. Susan said, would you like to return working for the casino? I'm currently working at a casino provider. I'm working at a company called Playtech. I am working there. I'm not happy about it, but, like, I couldn't find another job. It was my last resort, and honestly, I'm kind of happy with it. Like, yeah, it sucks that I'm supporting the casino industry, but if there's anything that my previous experience and other jobs have taught me, is that there's no good company out there. I'm sorry, they're all bastards. They're all bastards one way or the other, so fuck me. At least I'll choose the bastards that, like, treat me well. You know right now? Were you doing freelance before? A little bit, yeah. I was doing some freelance here and there, but that did not go well. No, honestly, the first job that I got after I quit Evo was the job where I was making YouTube videos for a content creation platform. That job was awesome. I love that job. That was awesome. Can work at Hogwarts, bro? Yeah. Yeah, that job is incredible. But unfortunately, after a year and a half, the company was downsizing, and my department was just considered redundant, so that's why they let me go. Like, it wasn't that we were doing a bad job or anything, it's just that we were not, like, increasing the viewership count in as astronomical a rate as they were hoping. Like, they thought that our department would, like, balloon their numbers, and it just didn't. They were just averaging the same numbers as before, so it was just like, well, why did we need you guys then? So, we tried our best, but it wasn't enough. And then since then has been nothing but misery. Enter the apex of filth. Oh, you mean Twitch chat? Anyway.
While I do admire darkness, filth I cannot abide.
Reminds me of Illyria. What do you think about Trump? I think he is a fucking the worst person ever. He's so badass. Oh my god. Lick my balls. Listen, if you're gonna I would have to sit you through a fucking doctoral dissertation to explain all the myriad ways in which Trump sucks major donkey balls. Trump is like one of the worst people in the goddamn world. It's not even funny. How he is evil, incompetent, racist, sadistic. He's a goddamn rapist, a fucking draft dodger, an evil fucking nepo baby billionaire, old ass. He's so many bad things rolled up into one. It's incredible. Honestly, the only thing I can credit him for is it's kind of impressive how many bad qualities you can contain in a single person. That's like my one, praise I can give him. It's impressive how much bad there can be in one human being. Misery and poverty go together in harmony. True. He's a badass. Exactly. Yeah. Wait, do we have a? Is that a bot? I'm pretty sure it's a bot. Yeah, that's a ban. Doge hype? Seriously? Jesus Christ, people. What the fuck? Sorry, Nuggatroll, I just kind of made an executive decision, sorry. Jesus fucking Christ. It saddens me to no end that one of my favorite memes of all time, Doge, has been run to the fucking ground by crypto grifters. It's the saddest fucking thing ever. I love Doge so much, and they've just ruined it for me. About time you do some work. I know, right? Anyway. But yeah, no, Trump sucks major donkey dick. And it really, really upsets me that the American people are going to be suffering massively. They're already suffering now. And this is just like the first week of his administration. It's only going to get worse from here. Yeah. Prices for basic goods are going to go up. Doge dog is dead. Well, I mean that makes sense. Dogs don't live that long. Yeah. That's not that, it's sad, sure, but it's like, what did you expect, I'm pretty sure Grumpy Cat is dead as well, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right? Rest in peace, Grumpy Cat. Dogs and cats look at us the way that humans look at elves in fantasy. We are the elves. Especially the dogs. Also, I love how these guys just don't bother fucking fighting at all. They're just like standing in line. What is this, a construction site? Hey! Painfully true. Yeah. But it's okay, it's fine, I'm genuinely like of the opinion that again, obviously we'll never know for sure unless we speak to one of these animals that like lives a shorter span. We don't compensate them fairly, so yeah, fair enough. Oh yeah, my my skeletons are in a union, Bony Bros union. Yeah, I mean, it should unionize. Could you imagine? Mrs. Witch, we would like to formally request that you increase our milk milk quota to 2 bottles per day, and give us Sundays off so we can visit our family. By the way, I agree with Trump about LGBT propaganda in games and movies. Then you're a dumb fucking idiot, Ligma. You're a dumb fucking Then I'm sorry. You're just plain wrong about all of that. First of all, he doesn't believe that shit really. I mean, yeah, he's racist and whatever, but like the only reason he's saying it is because it gets his constituents riled up. It's fear mongering, number one. First of all, and secondly, even like on his face value, it's not even remotely like not the case. We can like, if you want, we can break it down. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf over here, because Suffer Buggy correctly made the point that me just calling you stupid doesn't really help the conversation. If you'd like to discuss it, we can. I can try to explain to you why that position is wrong, but just know that it's dead wrong, 100%. I will die on this hill. I swear on everything that I hold sacred, my family, myself, my beautiful girlfriend. May they all be struck with lightning 17,000 times if what I'm saying is not true. Yeah. Trump is basically just a douchebag, it's simple. Not just a douchebag, but an evil, maniacal, fucking narcissistic, attention-deprived, senile, racist, old rapist douchebag. So, yeah. Who has willfully agreed to be the puppet of an oligarchic, billionaire ruling class whose only mission in life is to make sure that the golden parachutes that they'll fall off once this whole fucking machine falls apart are just like wide enough that they'll never actually feel the consequences of their actions as they send the entire world into oblivion. You voted for Kamala? Well, I'm a Belarusian citizen. I'm a citizen of Belarus, so of the 2 candidates, I would vote for Kamala, yes. She's not great, and to be fair, the Democrats are also like not that much better than the Republicans, generally. But at least the Republicans aren't like literally talking about like ending the world, basically. You talk about Putin? Actually, I'll be honest with you, I don't know that much about Russian politics. I know Putin is a piece of shit, but at least he was a semi-competent piece of shit. The Russian oligarchical system is much more entrenched. I don't know that much more about it, unfortunately, so I can't really speak on it with any authority. But I do know that Putin is a piece of shit, and he can go rot in hell as well.
A rare mushroom.
A slightly more competent piece of shit than Donald Trump. I'll put it to you this way, Ligma Balls. I'll give you this. To me, nothing like. To me, the worshipping of these megamaniacal assholes who don't give 2 shits about you and would watch you burn, and you and your mother burn to the ground if it means making a few more bucks, is the most cuck shit I can think of. You want to talk like to put it in language you understand? The most beta shit I can think of is waiting for a strong man, quote unquote, big strong man to come fix all of your problems for you and make Russia/America great again. It's the most cuck shit I can think of, and they're relying on your insecurities. Nothing screams insecurity more than like trying to project strength by supporting these fucking assholes. It's the most bitch shit I can think of. The actual Chad position is to tackle and like face the actual difficult truths about what needs to be done in the world and work hard and fight hard to inch ever closer towards better progress for all people everywhere. Even if it means you'll never see the fruit of your labor done. And maybe even not in our lifetimes will we see actual change happen, but that's what it means to be a fucking mega Chad, is to believe in it. Believe in the cause regardless. Not to wait for some big strong man to come fix everything and get rid of all the bad people that they've told you are bad. That they've convinced you should be afraid of. Because that's what it is. It's fear tactics. It's fear tactics, and it unfortunately works because uneducated people want to feel like they're in control of their lives, and so they hitch their wagon on whoever most convincingly tells them they'll fix all their problems for them. While then later just doing the exact opposite. You say Putin's a bitch, next thing you know, knock knock. I'm in Latvia, we're in NATO, we're fine for now. But it would make sense for me to naturalize into a Latvian citizen at some point. System standoff, bad people, and of course, Trump can't fix everything. He literally has made things 3,000 times worse already in the first week. He has pulled the United States out of the WHO, out of international regulations for health. So literally all products in the United States are going to be way worse for people and way worse for the environment, with no accountability whatsoever. He's invested $500 billion into a fucking crypto AI scheme that's already fucking people over. Elon everybody says, isn't it convince you to be afraid of capitalism? I'm not afraid of capitalism. I think it sucks. That's different. And also, mind you, I can explain exactly why capitalism is bad, and I can offer some alternatives for a better solution. These fucking fear-mongering people can only say, yo, woke bad, but if you actually ask them to explain why, they can't give you a good reason. Or if they give you a reason, it's very easily dismantleable. That's the difference between our positions. I can explain why and give you like a rational critique, and we can like have a conversation from there. I'm not afraid of capitalism. I just think it sucks. And I can explain why in very basic terms. What was I talking about? Hello, is Spetsnaz open door? Yeah. On this stream, we applaud the Scandinavian way because it works. Social democracy. Yeah, exactly, yeah. The Scandinavian countries got it right. Yeah, they pay insanely high taxes, but guess what? They are accountable for those taxes. Because of that parliamentary system, no single person, not single party can concentrate power and therefore like rig the game to make sure that they always stay in power. Talk about Trump coin? Yeah. It's already, the rug pull already happened. The rug pull already happened. It's a classic case of rinse and repeat. It's like the rug pull is like, it's so rote by this point. They've already done it. That's not, oh my god, dude. Jesus Christ, Ligma Ball. Oh my fucking god. Suck his dick harder. Seriously, holy shit, dude. How does it taste? How does a dick taste? Please tell me. What does Trump's dick taste like? I want you to tell me, please. I want you to tell me what it feels like when you gargle his goddamn balls. I want you to tell me. I need to know. Holy fucking shit. Not a Ponzi scheme? He's already pulled the rug. There's no right or wrong. Some people prefer one way, others another. Yeah, except one side of the political spectrum wants to fucking kill everybody. Or at the very least make like half the people go away one way or the other. For God's sakes, the deportation schemes they're doing right now are trying to deport Native Americans. As in the descendants of the people who originally existed on this fucking continent before the white man came. They're trying to deport every kind of brown people, including the people who are literally native. What the fuck are you talking about? There's no right or wrong answer. There is definitely a wrong answer when it comes to deportation. There is definitely a wrong answer there. What the fuck are you guys talking about? It's wrong when most citizens will suffer due to a wrong leader. It means rug pull. It means creator sells all his coins. No. A rug pull is okay. Let me see if I can remember the exact. It's been a while. Okay, somebody explain it to me. Sorry, this is not my area of expertise. Okay, so what happens is what they did was they made some of the coin available for purchase at a very low amount, but kept 80% of it. Then Trump went on social media, started promoting his coin, and somehow like artificially inflating the value. I forget how exactly. Crypto is a purely speculative asset. The only reason you want to buy it is because you want to sell it to somebody else for more. If you're familiar with the term greater fool scheme, that's what that means. The greater fool is the one who's left at the end of that chain holding the bag with no one to sell it to. So basically what happens is they keep trying to like have people buy it. I know it is. Then you know it's a scam. Most investors sell parts. Yeah, the stock market is also a fucking scam. Yes, but the stock market at least has the benefit of like sort of maybe kind of reflecting to a certain degree the quality of a company or the value from a production perspective. And at the very least, is tied to fiat currency, which doesn't inflate like this all the goddamn time. You know, say what you want about stocks and fiat currency, at least purchasing like 10,000 shares of a certain company doesn't inflate the entire value of the dollar 3,000% in a matter of hours. At least when you transfer, you know, when you buy stocks using American dollars USD, you like the price of the stocks, the price of the purchase doesn't change like radically, like during the goddamn purchase. Holy fucking shit, guys. It's a goddamn rug pull, is what it is. And they know it. That's the reason they're doing it. That's why all these billionaires love crypto. Because it's like the fastest, cheapest way to just make a shit ton of money, providing no goddamn value. It's the stock market on crack. It's the stock market with even fewer regulations because lawmakers are either complicit or they're just like anemic to understanding how it works. Wait, if I invest 1 million and sell with profit, this is a scam? Oh my fucking shit, dude. No, listen, look, if you're not gonna fucking listen, it's fine. I don't give a shit, whatever. Fine. I know I'm not gonna convince you anyway because like you're just so, like you have this fantasy of becoming like ultra rich by like making this stupid bullshit, like fine. Live your fucking fantasy, drink, you know, suck the dick. It's fine. I'm done. It's okay. Is it a scam to make money? That's what I said. Yeah. Amazing good faith interpretation. Fucking hell, man. I'm sorry I'm pissed off. It's just like fucking, it's so obvious and it boils my blood. Like I'm trying to be as patient as possible, but like maybe in like, I know that me getting angry from your perspective is like, oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. But consider for a second, maybe I do. I'm not explaining it very well, to be fair. That is true. There are people much more competent at this than I, much more educated, who can explain this in much better detail. But like, I promise you this: all these fucking grifty ass billionaires would not be all over this shit if they didn't think it would make quick money. You know, by any means necessary. That's the reason they're invested in it. You want to impose your worldview on people because you think you know what's best for them? If I'm wrong, you should be able to explain why. I hate to say it, Elon number one. That's this like moral relativism thing you got going on. You think so too, though. That's the thing. Like you say right now, oh, everyone is entitled to their opinion because you can't defend your in that's why. But in the same breath, you're like pro-Trump. You also think you know what's better for people. Everyone does. That's the whole point of debate. Of course I believe that my position is best. That's why I'm advocating for it. If you have evidence to the contrary, please present it. If you have a counter-argument, please present it. Let's discuss it. But don't give me this like, oh, I'm arrogant because I think I know better. Of course I think I do. Yeah, that's why I believe what I believe. Everyone does. That's the whole point of belief. You think I can't listen? So far you've done a pretty terrible job of doing so. Let me try again. Okay, fine. If you want to have an honest discussion, let's try it once again. Sure. So, the reason that crypto is a scam is because it is a purely speculative investment that operates on the greater fool's scheme. That's all you need to know. Like, absent any other market manipulations that happen, that's all that you need to know about crypto to know that it's a scam. No service is provided. No product is created. No value is actually generated. All that's happening is that people buy this thing with the hope of selling it for more money later. Like stocks, yes. I think the stock market also is bad for this reason. But the stock market has more regulations placed in, which maybe not for long. And yes, potentially if crypto had more regulations, maybe it wouldn't be so volatile. Sure. But then it wouldn't be so fucking lucrative either. So even like even on that base alone, so you telling there's a chance? Yeah, probably not. Like even like, that's the idea of meme coin? No, all coin. All coin. It has no fucking value outside of its ability to buy and sell. All coin, all crypto has the exact same problem. at least, okay, let's compare it with Pokemon cards, okay? Pokemon cards are also that's not Bitcoin and Ethereum. Create some idea. What service does Bitcoin provide? Please explain to me. Maybe I'm missing something. What service is there? What product is being created? What service is being provided? Because if you're going to tell me, oh, it's an alternate currency, guess what? We already have fiat currency for that. It does the exact same thing. But it's not being controlled by big banks. No, it's controlled by fucking tech billionaires instead. Amazing. Tech millionaires and fucking big old grifter Nazi fucks. Incredible. Wow. I've just exchanged, one group of oligarchs for another group of oligarchs. Sorry, the 0.01% has been switched to the 1%. Amazing. Also, mind you, there's also a net negative because the amount of computing power necessary to mint and generate all this goddamn coin and to maintain the infrastructure of the blockchain is fucking destroying the goddamn planet. Do you know how much heat all of those fucking servers are generating? You have no idea, do you? You have no fucking clue. Like every fucking time those like mint fucking machines do it, that's all they're doing. Oh, and by the way, as equally predicted, guess who is benefiting the most from minting all that extra coin? The people who have the initial startup capital to buy more computers. So the rich have the unfair advantage of being able to set themselves up to become even more super rich. Wow, incredible. What an equal opportunity fucking scheme. I love how a fucking ultra billionaire can just buy up like 3,000 fucking warehouses, stack them up with 1 million servers, and generate enough heat to fucking power up a Turkish sauna just to create an alternate currency that fluctuates every goddamn day and like literally scams people 3,000 ways. I love that so much. Nothing makes me happier. Nothing makes me happier than the fucking cryptocurrency that really is only used to sell drugs and to fund Nazi propaganda mills. I love it so much. It's my favorite. I love it. If you created a shitcoin, would you help pump Apollo coin so hard? Yeah. I set up an idea and people like the idea and save money in Bitcoin. They like the idea because they think they can make quick bucks. They like the idea because they think they can get rich quickly off of them. Ethereum create a smart contract? Holy fucking shit, dude. I know you're not going to, but like, you know what? Fuck. Holy fucking hell, man. I need to pull you on this. I've already sent this like several thousand times.
Bring to an.
Remember NFTs? Remember NFTs? Here you go. There you go. This is folding ideas. The problem with NFTs. This is when NFTs was the new grift. Now they're moving on to AI. Like first it was just crypto. Then it was NFTs. Now it's AI. It's the same fucking grift over and over again. But you can watch that and basically learn everything you need to know about why crypto sucks. Well, I hate myself for not buying 1,000 Bitcoin when the price was $0.05. Of course, I'd probably sell it, but it was worth $1. We're talking about NFT? Well, not us anymore. Yeah, because people rightfully understood that it was a goddamn grift. Yeah, that one was obvious. Yeah, but the fact that it's tied to crypto should indicate something to you. Like I said, it talks about why crypto sucks. NFTs were just like the latest example of it, but they've moved on to the next grift. They moved on to the next scam. And also Norgatrol, again, yeah, like it sounds cool to be able to make quick money off of this like thing, but again, you would be making money directly at the expense of somebody else. Maybe not the person you were directly selling to, but somebody down that line would eventually be the loser in that chain, the greater fool. You can send any amount of money around the world with Bitcoin or Ethereum. This is not good. Not when it comes at the cost of people's futures, no. I don't know if it's stable, maybe, but again, there's no tangible benefit outside of the ability to fucking rug pull people. Like, who gives a shit if it's decentralized? Okay, so the fucking central banks don't control it. So fucking what? Does that make a difference in your life? No, it doesn't.
None can oppose me.
Again, if there is a use case, please explain it to me. Because I don't see it. Did you know our school acquaintance, Maria's, went at one point in the crypto NFT space, but burned out hard and moved to Finland? I did not know that. Holy shit, she fucking fell off real hard. I can't believe I had a crush on that girl for a while. Damn. Like she worked for companies in the space? Amazing. That's the thing, like, that's the main reason people get into crypto. Like, that should tell you everything, honestly. The reason people get into crypto, and let's be perfectly honest, is because they think they can make a quick buck. They think they'll be the lucky ones to, you know, hit the moon. They don't care about the use cases. They don't care about the decentralized nature of it. Those are all fucking buzzwords they use to try to sell people on this shit. It's the same reason why NFTs were, like, you know, an obvious grift. People kept trying to talk about, like, oh, how it's like, you know, a non-fungible asset and how it's blah, 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 blah. They didn't give a shit. The only reason they were doing that was just to have a reason to sell more crypto. Because that's all it ever is. Everybody cashes out who wants to, who's able to. That's the only reason you ever buy crypto, is to cash out at the end. And what do you cash out with? Fiat currency. You don't keep that shit. Nobody keeps crypto. That should tell you everything you need to know about crypto. Nobody keeps it. Everybody sells. And some greater fool is left buying without the ability to sell. The example I wanted to give before was Pokemon cards, right? So Pokemon cards are also a... Bro, you don't need a fucking Robin Hood and you can't rug pull Bitcoin? Okay, if you say so. To be fair, I don't know enough about Bitcoin to be able to say that definitively, but I'm pretty confident that, like, cryptocurrency, like, no matter, like, how stable or whatever, is purely a speculative asset. The example I want to give is Pokemon cards, right? So Pokemon cards are also a very common speculative asset. Technically, they do have an intrinsic value insofar as Pokemon cards can be used to play the Pokemon trading card game. Like, you can buy a bunch of Pokemon cards, and as long as you understand the rules of the Pokemon game, you're able to play the card game, right? That will never change. You don't know how it works. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. I wish you could explain to me, like, why I'm wrong, but okay, fine. Have fun. I'm sure the reason that you're a huge advocate for crypto is not because you're trying to get rich quick by selling crypto to someone else. I'm sure you have a much better reason than that, right? But yeah, so with Pokemon cards. So yeah, you can play Pokemon cards, and that's never going to change. But you can't duplicate cards? But you can duplicate... Well, I mean, you could reprint the paper, theoretically. Yeah, you could do that. That is true. But each individual card is its own. And usually what they do is they have serial numbers that indicate specific things. So like, usually when trading card companies create their cards, they have, like, serial numbers, they have methods of identification, and if one of those serial numbers does not correspond to their own catalog, then you can know it's counterfeit. They have ways of authenticating it, right? Crypto and blockchain promoting humanity further in all regards. Aren't you progressive? Holy shit, guys. You are drinking the Kool-Aid so goddamn hard. Wow, incredible. But yeah, so at the very least, like, Pokemon cards, you can play the Pokemon game. But the reason people buy Pokemon cards isn't because they want to play the Pokemon game. They buy Pokemon cards because they are hoping that, given the meta or scarcity or whatever, those cards they bought for a certain price will be more expensive at a later price. So, if the Pokemon trading card game never existed and, like, it only served that purpose, then, like, there would still be a market for it. And it is true that, like, theoretically, you know, years from now, when you know, human society falls apart and the servers that held the PDF files that explain the trading card game Pokemon have been destroyed or deteriorated, the cardboard itself will be essentially useless, right? Most of the people who buy and sell Pokemon cards do so because they're hoping to sell for more later, not because they want to play the Pokemon game. But at least the Pokemon cards can be played. At least the person who bought the cards at the end of that chain gets to play Pokemon. What the fuck can you do with crypto besides sell it for fiat currency? Please explain. Give me one more use case. One more use case. What else can you do with it? Besides eventually cashing out for fiat currency. Give me one more use case. Anyone. And I promise you, if you give me a use case, I can come up with a better solution that doesn't require ruining people's lives. You can play with casino. You can do that with fiat currency. You can do that with... and send. You can do that with fiat currency. Money transfers are already a thing. Give me something else. Some people buy NFTs to hold on and get some benefit of collection. To sell later! What the fuck are you talking about? Who keeps an NFT so they can just have it? Have you seen NFT art? It's garbage. It's fucking repetitive, fucking robotic ass garbage. What are you talking about? And by the way, genius, art can also be sold and kept using fiat currency. You don't need to be on goddamn crypto to buy a painting. What the fuck are you talking about? With no 3-man? What? What are you talking about? Make many uneducated people rules even more. Exactly. They're already getting shafted over here. Also, I love the fact that both Elon number 1 and Ligma Balls have not even remotely touched the accusation. The very true and very obvious statement that both of you guys only care about this shit because you're trying to sell for more. You have yet to give me another reason why you're like big advocates of this shit. You like it because you like the idea of buying a bunch of coin and then selling it for shit ton later. You want to be in that chain. You think you're smarter than the system. So all this other like bullshit about the future and about use cases, it's all pandering just to like fucking justify the actual goal. If I'm wrong, then like please give me another use case. Please explain to me what the purpose is. NFT expensive because in blockchain, we're the public of art. I suck Trump dick. I mean, listen, you're saying the words. Also, Ligma Balls, fun fact, legal protections, copyright protections for intellectual property already exist without crypto. You don't need crypto to protect people's rights. Now you can say, okay, the current copyright system is garbage or it's poorly enforced, yada yada. Fair enough, but adding crypto doesn't improve that system. Laws and regulations do, and the enforcement thereof. So again, there's nothing crypto does that like better rules and regulations or like more sophisticated systems can't do better. And meanwhile is burning the goddamn planet to the ground. What is money in simple words? What is money? Definition: history, types, and creation. Money is either a medium of exchange that symbolizes perceived value. As a result, it is accepted by people in the payment of goods and service. Yeah. I mean, money's complicated. Obviously, like, I'm not, like, in a position to be an expert over here, but... Anyway. Am I stuck? Oh shit, she's got me locked in. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Can you please? Oh shit. Oh, I'm in a bad bind here. Oh fuck. Thankfully she can't seem to hit me, which is good. Did I like accidentally find the secret tech? Holy shit. Wait, can she actually not hit me? Whoa. I mean, she can hit me with the boulder, I guess. This is actually kind of insane. Can I please get out of the way? Oh my god. No. Lady, I'm sorry. Listen, I don't want to fat shame anybody. I'm the last person to want to fat shame, but you're literally blocking my way. I actually can't get through. This is incredible. If I win this way, this is actually... Oh my god, this is the secret cyborg tech right here. Path of Exile fans, pay attention. This is how you beat the Queen of Filth. I actually can't get past her. Oh my god. Lady, please. Man, this is a Wendy's. When these nuts hit your chin. Oh my goodness. Oh, no. Well, if anyone from the Path of Exile 2 development team is watching this, this is something you might need to patch in. Early access. Ugh. Oh shit. I used up a little bit too much there. Steam skins basically NFTs, but it's not on a blockchain. Yeah, and I also think that's a shitty market. Yeah, I agree. It's also not good. Yeah. Remember, Elon, remember, I hate capitalism. I hate a culture, like, I hate the economy and the culture that makes people want to earn money by any means necessary, including immoral and evil means. Yes, I also don't like that system either, yes. Like, you're not selling me on this, like, oh, so other people do it, so it's okay. No, it's also bad, yes.
One golden idol for the optimist.
Ignore my message? Oh, sorry. Money printing nonstop also... Wait, what? Bitcoin? You can't print more cryptocurrency as kind of Bitcoin is so high? Okay, that is... okay, I will say that... Okay, let's go ahead and extend an olive branch here. Let's just like, turn the temperature down a little bit. I do apologize for getting a little bit heated. I do believe everything I said, but I could be a bit more... yeah. Here's what I will say. That's my olive branch to you. The technology probably has credible use cases. The blockchain, the non-fungibility of tokens, the fact that it's like, yeah, there's a certain set amount and like there's checks and balances for that to make sure that it like doesn't inflate. These are all, well, first of all, like a currency that doesn't inflate is not necessarily good, but okay, let's say it here. The technology does probably have use cases, maybe. But again, the way that it's currently being used right now is a fucking scam. That's my point. It's my same issue with AI. The technology probably has merit. The technology probably does have like some kind of use cases. But the way it's being used right now is just to enrich millionaires to make them fucking billionaires and to like suck a whole bunch of people into this fucking crypto sphere game. People want to earn quick money cash. Exactly. Yeah. They want a quick... And mind you, why do they want to do it? I'm sorry for going this fucking tirade, but this is very important. The reason people are so desperate to make money quickly is because we have created a fucking society where having more money, like, unilaterally equals having a better quality of life. You know how you stop people from doing shitty things to their body, from ruining themselves, from whoring themselves out, from ripping people each other off like this? You make it so that having more money doesn't automatically equal having a better quality of life. You know how you do that? You make it so that there are certain basic necessities everybody just gets as a consequence of being in a society and contributing to it. Food, shelter, water, electricity, internet, basic necessities. You provide these for people and you create a system where they contribute something to make sure that everybody puts in taxes, whatever, it doesn't matter what system is, and you will see that people will be a lot less desperate to do shitty fucking jobs and to fucking scam each other for money. Do I need to leave? Take care? All right, fair enough, no control. It's fine. Now, obviously, people will be greedy. People will be selfish. People will be idiots. People will be evil. Obviously, like, no matter what economic system you're going to be in, some people will just be shitty. Of course. But currently, in our current economic system, we are incentivizing the most psychopathic idiots. Like, we are rewarding them for their psychopathy. We are rewarding people for being shitty to each other, for seeing every interaction, every relationship as transactional, for trying to squeeze as much money out of people, not for producing quality, not for producing value for people, but for squeezing money by any means necessary. That's why people manipulate the stock market. That's why people lobby politicians to pass laws to make it easier for them to make money that way. Why do they do it? Because they want profit. Why do they want profit? Because it equals a better quality of life unilaterally. There's other factors as well, but like once you take that incentive away, all of this goes away, or most of it anyway. Crypto is just like the next step in the late-stage capitalism evolutionary chain. It's the next symptom of a much larger disease that our society is suffering from. I'm not saying crypto uniquely is bad. I'm saying it's indicative of a much... God, I'm getting spiked over here. Anyway. Whew! I talked an ear off. But thanks for listening. You know what? Fair enough. I definitely did not expect you guys to stay in chat for this long, so thank you very much for listening. Having hunger for money gives you purpose. Oh my fucking god. Jesus. Dude. There are so many better ways to motivate people. Holy fucking shit, bro. There are so many better ways to motivate people. Again, this is like the thing, right? You think the system we have right now is the only one that's possible. Like, they have brainwashed you into thinking that people are inherently selfish and the only way to motivate people to do stuff. Now, okay, the example that I always have, and this is why you don't use it? Exactly, this is why I don't use it. Okay, here's the example I always give, all right? People often, the main rebuttal they usually have, people often say, well, if there wasn't a profit motive, how do we get people to clean the streets and take out the garbage, you know? Nobody wants to do those shit jobs. To which I always say, I have done a remarkable job in my life of cleaning my home every single day or every day of the week without asking why I'm being paid for it. I know why I want to clean my home. I live in it. I want it to be a good home for myself. Nobody pays me to do this shit. I do it because I understand the value of a clean home. Extrapolate that to your neighborhood, to your city block, to your city, to your country. It's the same fucking thing. If you convince people that taking care of the society they live in benefits them directly, because guess newsflash, it fucking does, they will do the goddamn work. It's just that simple. And yeah, you can have economic incentives, you can have like social programs, there's lots of things you can do to like systematically incentivize that shit. You can make people do, you know, quote unquote shitty jobs without making them afraid of being homeless. Because right now that's what we have. We're like being held at gunpoint. If you don't work, you're gonna go homeless. And in some countries, like the United States, that means you go to jail and basically do the work for free. You become a slave. I would rather have an economic system where I am incentivized and motivated to contribute to my society rather than coerced. Excuse me, pardon me for being a fucking sex or death and money motivators in the world. Yeah, they're bad motivators. There are better motivators. Again, the problem with using money as a motivator is that people will try to find any way to make money, including lying, cheating, stealing, defrauding, polluting, fucking murdering. Or doing a shitty job for low pay, yeah. Why do you think there's call centers, for fuck's sake? There's entire companies whose entire business motto is, let's harass people to try to sell stupid shit people don't want. Why do those, why does that exist? Because it makes some people money. Somebody figured out that, hey, I can make some quick bucks by just harassing people on the phone. Who benefits from that? Who benefits? Only the guy at the top. What service is being provided? The service of making one guy insanely rich. Incredible. Wow, I'm so happy. You forgot about people's nature? Again, propaganda. I'm sorry to say. Yes, some people are selfish. Yes, some people will be greedy no matter what. But I believe, and again, maybe this is me being naive, I believe it's possible to be greedy for different reasons. It's true that people want power. Yes, it is true. Some people are they just want to be the center of attention. They want to be the most powerful, yada, yada. They want control over people. Yes, it's true. But again, we are currently in an economic system that promotes and rewards that kind of behavior. The greediest, most psychopathic, megalomaniacal assholes are the ones at the top. because their behaviors promote that, are being rewarded. No, in this way, no. Yes, in this way, yes. Yes, in this way, yes. I'm so sorry. I hate to burst your bubble, buddy. Yes, it is true. The people who make it to the top are the ones who are willing to fuck over their compatriots first. Everyone want power? But it's also, but okay, even if we take that for face value, I don't think that's true in the general term, but even if we accept that that's true, power comes in different forms. Imagine a society where instead of money being the main instrument of power, competence or intellect is the main instrument of power. In other words, the person who has the most power is the one who's the smartest. So academic achievement is the thing that's most treasured or whatever. Or the ability to contribute to society is the biggest power. In other words, political influence can be sort of measured by how much good a person contributes to society instead. In that system, we will be promoting behaviors that are beneficial to people. Oh, that guy, he did a bake sale and he fucking, I don't know, raised like $10,000 in charity. Oh, awesome, incredible. Let's make him the governor or whatever, you know? I think women have best period in the world. Can't say about man who gives government power. Well, there's a lot of things. There's a social contract and also monopoly on violence. Yeah. I'm not sure, like, I don't know that much about anarchy necessarily. I don't know enough about anarchic societies to be able to say that I, like, agree with them necessarily. I've heard some stuff. I can definitely, like, I would love to imagine a world where anarchy is the government of the day, but I'm willing to settle for socialism. I'm okay with that. I think, like, socialism, like, at the very least, like, okay, if anarchy is, like, you know, too far in this extreme over here, okay, that's fine. I'm willing to be, like, over here somewhere. But we are, like, so far beyond that, so let's not even have that conversation, okay? That's a whole other deal. Like, I'm okay with governments having a monopoly on violence if it means, like, people getting their act together. I think if you can guess. I told you, monopoly on violence. They have all the guns. And again, it's not a great system, but, like, in some places it works. In some ways it works. Again, it's not a perfect system, but, like, at least it's, like, in our current, like, situation, I mean, power on you. Yeah, monopoly on violence. Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah, they have all the guns. So, yeah. Laws are threats made by the government, by the ruling socioeconomic class. I understand that. Yes. This is true. Currency? No, not currency. Governments give legitimacy to currency. That's the thing. Without a government backing it up, currency means nothing. Not currency. No. You can have all the dollars in the world, but if there's no United States government to back it up, it doesn't matter. Monopoly on violence. And again, I don't think that's a good system, but it's the best we've got so far. Quote-unquote legitimate violence. Yeah. Correct, I mean. Okay, got it, yeah. Again, I don't think it's a good system, but currently, until we find a better way to allocate resources and divide responsibilities, it's the best we've got. Personally, I feel like the ultimate solution is education. Again, I think it just boils down to education. I got the benefit of a fantastic private education, which is why I was able to be given the critical thinking skills necessary to learn about this shit. Most people don't have what I have. I was extremely fortunate. And I completely understand that. I was super, super lucky in that regard. Had I not gone to the private school that I went to, I would not know about any of this shit, and I probably would also be a crypto grifter, probably an incel, maybe even a Nazi. Hands down, like, I believe that wholeheartedly. Given my, like, emotional disposition, like, me at the age of, like, 16 to 20, I was the exact kind of lonely, desperate, horny young man that would be perfect for the incel forums that Nazi groups currently farm from. I would be perfect for that. 100%. The thing that saved me was education, critical thinking skills, the ability to introspectively see beyond myself and check my behavior. I was able to correct my own behavior, partially based on, what people told me. But also, yeah. This is good, says when people like us, when people are animals. That is so not true, Ligma Ball. Again, the capitalists want you to believe that because they want you to hate your neighbor. They want you to think that that everyone around you is evil. Because that way you're not going to collaborate together. They want you to not know your neighbors. They want you to not be in communities or wherever. Hey, VJ Reds, what's up, buddy? Nice stream you got in there? Yeah. Monopoly Violence Edition. They want you to, they want you to think of every single other citizen in your country as competitors, because that way you're not going to collaborate with them. You're not going to talk to them and realize, oh shit, we're all being fucked over by the same person. That's what they want you to think. Collaboration is the number one skill that humans have used to become the dominant species. It's not our viciousness, it's not our selfishness. Everybody has that. All animals have their viciousness. It's our intelligence and our ability to cooperate. Our ability to divide labor in a much more efficient way, and our ability to allow people to innovate and to provide, common sense solutions. That is what's put us on the top. Collaboration is key, not selfishness. I don't want illegal terrorists in the streets. Me neither. I agree. Illegal terrorists are bad. I'm sorry. Are you talking about Mexicans or who? Amazing pivot, by the way. Incredible pivot. That's why I said we're a Boris fan. So we're not talking about economics anymore. Again, this is a distraction machine. You are being lied to. You're being fear-mongered. You are being told that brown people are the reason that your life sucks, when actually it's the people at the top that are dividing you. It's the easiest fucking thing. You have more in common with a fucking random-ass, Joe Schmo dock worker in Mexico than you ever did with Elon Musk or Donald Trump. I promise you that. I promise you a bajillion times. You have more in common with some random-ass fucking guy in Africa shilling at a fucking cobalt factory. But they want you to think that you're different than them. They want you to think that they're evil and bad. Who rape women almost... Men everywhere rape women. Are you kidding me? Holy fucking shit, bro. Men rape everywhere. It's a bad thing everywhere. Maybe in some places more so than others, sure, but not because of genetics. Are you kidding me? Holy shit, bro. It's cope. It's cope. You want to again, it's both fear and cope. It's convenient for you to think that some brown people somewhere else are worse than you because that makes you feel better about yourself. I'm sorry, bro. Men rape everywhere. Everywhere. I don't know if it's the same rate, but I assume it's probably the same rate. I don't know. I haven't seen the statistics everywhere. Vijares says, don't people unify to make money? Any job is a collaboration. Technically, Vijares, technically yes, but again, under coercion. The reason people are willing to work for companies right now is because they're afraid of being homeless. Not because they actually want to do this thing. Nobody wants to work at a fucking call center. Nobody wants to fucking, work a shitty-ass fucking office job. They have to because in our current economic system, if you don't make money, you're out on the street and then eventually you die. If they had a choice between a company that paid them fucking garbage wages and treated them like shit and a company where they have a stake in the business and therefore, they're treated much better, they will choose the second option every single time. Cooperatives are objectively better on almost every single metric. Most of all, in job satisfaction. When you know that the work you put in has a direct correlation to how well the entire company does, you are a lot more invested in the workings of that company. When you have a say, when you have a voice. In other words, when your workplace is more democratic. That's the best way to describe it. Workplace democracy. Vosh said it best. Workplace democracy. Super capitalism, if you will. I'm not racist. If you good person, okay, but one race gonna really on rape, I think? I'm sorry, Ligma, you've been lied to. I'm sorry. Exactly as brain rot people statistics in Google you can search. I'm really sorry. Listen, I'm not going to stop my Path of Exile 2 stream to start going into statistics. You're just wrong. I'm sorry. First of all, Google is a really bad source of information in general. Google can tell you whatever you want. If you phrase the prompt the right way you want, you can, like, you say, pretty much, like, coffee bad for you, Google will find an article. Coffee good for you, Google will find an article. So you got, like, there needs to be a bit more in the searching there. Secondly, I'm really sorry. From what I've seen, if there is a group or culture of people that, like, you know, rapes more than any other, that's bad. But, like, there's a sociological reason for it. It's not because brown people are, like, inherently, like, worse or whatever. You can't search after stream? I mean, I can, but the thing is, I already have. I can check again. I can double check one more time if you really want me to, but, like, I'm 100% right on this. If there are cultures that, like, are more toxic than others, okay, we can talk about that. But again, that's a sociological thing. That's a cultural thing. And any culture can be subject to it. It's not a race thing. I'm not saying where you're going with this. Workers of every country unite? I mean, basically, yeah. I'm a socialist, yeah. I'm a socialist. Not a Marxian socialist, but a socialist, yeah. Or at the very least, social democrat. Of course, everything which you prove my point is a lie, bro. You're scared of the truth? I have tried to explain in good faith. I've tried to explain. I'm sorry you don't believe me. I'm sorry. I have tried to, like, I don't just say what I think is true. I've tried to explain. I'm sorry that it's inconvenient. I don't know. I know what it sounds like. I know that, like, I understand that I'm not giving, but, like, even logically deducing it, it's just like, I don't know, it makes sense to me, but again, I'm not really in a position to be able to break it down comprehensively, so fair enough. But okay, but, like, here's the thing, again, even if we, okay, let's take, for example, the idea that, like, certain races, first of all, what is a race, first of all? Because if you're going to go about genetics, guess what? There is more genetic diversity, like, in between, like, different countries in Africa than there is, like, between white people and black people in the United States, for example. Skin color or, like, anything like that, it barely accounts for any kind of, like, difference in genetics. Most race-based genetic theories start with the phenotype first. They're like, oh, they're brown people, and then they try to find pseudoscientific reasons for their racism. That's number one. So, like, even on that fact, it's not even, like, it's not even close. But even if we assume that it's true, okay, so some people are just, like, genetically worse than others. So, hate racism. Wow. Well, listen, Ligma, if the way you decide which worldview you subscribe to is based on which one is simpler for you to understand, then okay, but, like, that's not really the truth then, is it? Now who's afraid of the truth? Like, I'm sorry to say, like I'm having this discussion over here, I'm trying my best. But, like, if you're going to choose your worldview based on which one's simpler, I don't know if I can help you at that point. Then you're just willing to admit that there's a certain level of complexity you're not willing to engage with. Okay, then, like, all right. Then I guess we're done. I know that, like, the simpler explanation is more comforting, but does that make it more true? Yeah, it's all dependent on culture and environment. If you are in a rich family, then regardless of the race, you're going to be quote-unquote normal. Yeah. VJ Red's got it, yeah. It's more about, like, economic attainment. Most sociological data points to the fact that one of the main contributors to crime is economic inequality, specifically. Not being poor, but being poor in close proximity with lots of rich people. Like, like, if there's a country where everyone's poor, that's one thing. But if there's, like, a whole bunch of poor people and a bunch of rich people, that's bad. The main reason because of it is because the cost of living becomes high because the rich people are paying for it. The poor people can't compete. And because they want to live, they do desperate things to stay alive. Like rob, steal, sell drugs, etc. I need to ask a question. Do you know Arsene Makarian? No, I don't know who that is. No. I don't know who that is. Also, I don't give a shit. Let's talk about women? Yeah, what do you want? Let me guess. Let me guess. Before you even say anything, let me guess. Men are better than women. Women are stupid. They need to go back to the kitchen. Yeah? Yeah? Incredible. Wow. I love how I can predict your argument before you even say it. Go on. Go on. Give me your... What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? Let's break it down. Also, where am I going? I have no idea. No. Adesiana's talking about vaginal capitalism. Oh, is it just the idea of women selling their bodies and stuff? That's just capitalism, bro. If you had a fucking pussy everyone wanted to see, then you would do it too. I mean, sexual content, but if you want... No, we can talk about it. It's fine. But don't act like you wouldn't fucking sell pictures of your feet or your tits or ass if you could get away with it. Let's be perfectly fucking honest over here. I'm sorry. I am not like... Get the fuck out of here. You're telling me you wouldn't do that? Come on. Oh no, the women are using an asset that has been overinflated in our society. Oh no. Woe is me. Let's be fucking real here for a second. It's envy, bro. You wish you could. And maybe someday we can live in a wonderful world where some people might want to see feet pics of yours as well. I want to live in that world. That's a separate question. But don't be mad at the women for taking advantage of an economic and cultural disparity. They're not the ones who created this system. The women didn't make it so that men, like, view them as sex objects. That wasn't their choice. I promise you, if you interviewed all the women of the world and asked them, would you like to continue living in a world where, like, half the people on the planet view you as only an object for sex? Or a world in which you're actually respected as an individual, but it means you can't sell feet pics for quick, easy cash? They would pick that second world in a goddamn heartbeat. I promise you. I promise you 100%. Most women would love to be, like, listened to in, like a human being, rather than being able to make a quick buck off of OnlyFans. I promise you that for a fact. If that's where you're going with that. Yeah, they're saying that women are making money from nothing. They're doing nothing, but as soon as they, like, offer money for feet pics, exactly. Exactly. First of all, we all see women as sex objects? No, we fucking don't, Ligma. No, we don't. That's more brainwashing. Again, and by the way, Ligma, let me just point this out. How does it feel to be so weak that you're not in control of your own emotions? I'm sorry, how does it feel to be so fucking weak? What up? Hey, Sephiroth Buggy, I'm schooling a bunch of teenagers right now. Our hormones? It is true that men are sexually attracted to women. Heterosexual men. Yes, cishet women are sexually attractive. But how they contextualize that attraction is entirely up to them. See, human beings have this thing called a brain that consciously can regulate the way that they respond. So emotions, like the emotional impulses, are uncontrollable. You are correct. But how to react to those emotions, that's something you can definitely do. So yes, you can see an attractive woman on the street and find her super fucking hot. But you can choose not to harass her on the goddamn street. That's a choice that the man makes. I'm sorry. He can help it. He is able to. You don't understand the context? All right, go on. Explain the context to me. Lick my balls. Yeah, literally, yeah. Slay. Similarly, by the way, okay, fine. Let's wait for Ligma Boss to say the thing. I don't want to. Let's wait. Yeah, how you react is this thing. Yeah, that can be taught. Right now, men are not taught to empathize with the plight of women. They're not actually, like, most men don't know how fucking awful it is. Okay, so Sephiroth Buggy in chat, is my girlfriend, okay? Cypherbug is my girlfriend. She has told me personally that in, like, literally today, there's been at least one man who has, like, invaded her private space because he felt entitled to it. Because he's attracted to her and doesn't see her as a person. This happened today at least once. And happens, like, at least once, or, like how many times a week do you get harassed? Like, what, 3 or 4 times or whatever? On average? Like, randos on the street will just, like, fucking come up to her. Most men don't know that happens. I had an inkling of idea because I talk to women. Most men don't. The Mars guy? Yeah, the Mars guy. Yeah. And yeah, okay, he's a special case. Like, he's a bit of a head case. But, like... But the fact that he feels so comfortable invading your private space shows a lack of respect. Can you say it in Russian? No, sorry, no. This is an English stream. I can't do the arguments. I mean, you can type in Russian if you want. Yes, there's also lots of dudes like him out there. Exactly. Yeah. Like my balls, you can type in Russian if you want. I'll just translate into English. So the point of the whole gender thing is this. Unfortunately, in most modern societies, men are not taught to empathize with and understand women's situation. And they're not taught to really understand their own emotions. For example, men have done a remarkable job of branding anger as not an emotion. Therefore, they think themselves not emotional creatures. Men are extremely emotional, dude. Men are like the fucking biggest crybabies ever. They get rejected once and start like forming political cults, okay? I'm sorry, that's the most bitch shit I can think of. I'm sorry, a girl in high school doesn't want to date you, so you fucking form a political party around that shit? Dude, that is the most like emotional shit I can think of. That is the most like in your fifis bullshit I can possibly imagine. Bro, imagine being so goddamn emotional that like one girl rejecting you makes you a goddamn Nazi. Get the fuck out of here. Holy shit, bro. Men will literally like create entire political movements instead of going to therapy. I'm sorry, that's not even close. We are not even like... But again, because this behavior is normalized, you think it's natural. You think it's natural that men cannot help but behave like raving idiots and therefore buy feet pics. Men can choose not to buy feet pics. The overinflated value of feet pics. So what are you saying about... Wait, what are you saying about rejection? Who's doing that? TikTokers? Men in general. I mean, okay, I'm exaggerating for comedic effect. I'm being a little bit dramatic. I apologize. But it's a real thing. I mean, there's lots of men out there who get like so fucking embittered. They get so goddamn butthurt that they got rejected. And instead of looking inward and understanding why it hurts them so much to be rejected, men are used to solving problems with hands. Okay, fine. Okay, I went away. What's the topic right now? Ligament Balls wants to convince me that men are not able to control their behavior. And so, as I understand, the argument's going to be that because men can't control their behavior, it's women's responsibility to control what's available online for them to buy or not buy. So once again, so much in the same way that a lot of Muslim countries force their women to cover themselves up in hijabs and shit, because it's women's responsibility to control the men's boners, you're going to argue to me that it's bad that women can sell feet pics because they should know better than to tempt those oh so fragile men who can't help but buy feet pics, you know? The hand just goes to the click button. They can't stop it. They see feet pics they need to buy. It's oh, those poor men. Oh no, those poor little babies. They can't help themselves. Oh no. Oh, my little babies. Oh. I said it's how you react. Well, exactly. So react. So yeah, they should react better. All right. I feel like I've worried a little bit. Okay, I feel like I'm shadowboxing now. Fair enough. I'm strawmanning your argument. I apologize. That's on me. Please give me the actual argument. Tell me what you're trying to say. I got a little bit too much in my own fifis. I need to calm down. I'm too emotional. I'll bring it down. I'll bring it down. I'm like at an 11 right now. I'm bringing it down to a 5. Okay, one woman was injected with man amount of testosterone, and she was puzzled how most men are resisting and not raping women. Well, to be fair, it's when you get injected with something for the first time, yeah, of course, it's hard to regulate. But also, Elon, just because something is difficult to do doesn't mean you should be allowed to do it. Like, what kind of argument is that? Also, again, I love the idea of like men strong, but no, my fifis, I can't. Oh, I thought men were supposed to be the strong ones. I thought you're supposed to be like the alpha Chad who can control, who are like super logical. What happened to that? You can't hold the position like at the same time that like men are strong and need to be in charge of everything, and also men can't regulate their emotions at all. They can't stop raping women. What the fuck are you talking about? You can't like. I love how like all these circles are like women are good at like negotiation and handling people, but they shouldn't be in charge of government, which is literally all about handling and negotiating with people. The fuck are you talking about? Men are strong and logical, but also they can't control their emotions. Holy shit. Amazing. Also, do you know what it's like to bleed out of your fucking dick hole once a month for about a week, and then like the other 2 weeks in between, you have like hormone washes that make you go loopy like this? Do you know what it's like to have an entire week every single month of your fucking life where you just like chemically depressed? I don't think so. So don't give me that shit like, oh, women have it easy, their hormones are way easier to handle. No, they're fucking not. It may be different, but it's not the same. About women, do you think women should serve in the army in case of wars? Is it okay to call them women? Yeah, of course, absolutely. The thing is, like, here's the thing. When talking about these discussions, I feel like a big issue that I find, in myself as well sometimes, is like when we say the word women in general, I think like most of us are imagining like a fucking Instagram influencer, you know, with her tits out and like going like, you know, like this in front of it. Women come in all shapes and sizes, my dude. Like, the way that I always describe it, like, yes, it is true that on average, the average man is stronger than the average woman. It's not like this, though. It's like this. There's a very wide range. Does that make sense? Like, if this is the range of strengths of all men, and this is the range of strengths of all women, it's not like this. It's like this. Yes, the average man is stronger than the average woman, but not by that much. And there's a lot of variance there. So first of all, yes, have physical requirements for soldiers to serve in the infantry, and don't lower them for women. I do agree with that. Keep it like consistent, because you want, you know, soldiers who are effective and can do the job. Any woman who passes that test should be allowed to go through, no problems. But also, let's keep in mind that armies are not just troop soldiers. There's logistics, there's administrators, there's custodians, there's transportation people, there's technicians, there's pilots, there's so many other jobs that don't necessarily require pure physical strength to do that are necessary for the operation of a military. There's lots of things that women, like, if they can't compete in the strength department, they should still be able to fly planes and like read on tactics. Okay, fine. If they're not troops, make them the command. Give them the command post. Make them logistics people. The ones who can, let them hack it. The ones who can't, let them command. Or provide transportation, or logistics, or, you know. History shows... Wait. History shows that women... What? In the first... were showing themselves... Wait, what? Oh, okay, so you're saying that they were getting combat. Yeah. Level of testosterone helps you react to stress calmly, and men have more? Yeah, but like, you can't just boil everything down to testosterone. A lot more women? Yeah, but you can't just say testosterone and like have it be the end of the conversation. I know it's a convenient metric, like, yeah, okay, testosterone, bro. There's so many other factors involved. First of all, having more testosterone doesn't necessarily equate to bigger muscle density or having more aggression. Trust me, there's plenty of guys I know who have like way more testosterone than me, who you would describe as like cucky little soy boys. There's people who have tested this shit, okay? That's number one. It's the way your body metabolizes it. It's the way that it's the amount of hormones relative to your muscle mass. There's so many like factors involved. Okay, you can't just like say testosterone and leave it there. That's number one. And number two, the fact that we still haven't gone. Yes, the emotions are valid, and yes, the emotions are inevitable. Your body is a chemical soup, and it will make you react in a certain way. It'll make you feel a certain way. But you have a brain. You have a conscious brain capable of detecting, processing, and channeling those feelings in a more productive way. Yes, maybe, like, even if we accept for a fact that, like, higher amounts of testosterone make the average man more aggressive, fine, sure, I'll give you that. Why not? They still are responsible for that shit, okay? That doesn't give them an excuse to act like shitheads and harass women on the street and buy feet pics. And it certainly doesn't make the people selling those feet pics responsible for their financial purchases. Like, that's, like, we're still circling back to that, you know? Even if I grant you all that you said is true, the conclusion at the end still doesn't follow. Because we still have brains. And we still have consciousnesses. Ligma, do you live close to the mountains? Yeah, I'm in the mountains. No? The more testosterone you have, the more you have monster. No, I'm not saying about... Okay, fine, whatever. Whatever the thing is, whatever the thing is. Sorry, Ligma, I misunderstood your thing. I apologize. Sorry. You're saying testosterone makes people more calm. Okay, fine, whatever. Whatever the thing is. My point is still the same, that regardless of like people's emotional makeup, like even if I grant you what you're saying is true, everybody has a different situation. There's a very wide net, and even like generalizations are just not usually a good metric for determining like how people treat each other or how people should treat each other. Things should be handled on a more individual level, I believe. And also, if it's not the testosterone making men shitty, then that's even less of a excuse. Then they shouldn't be shitty. Then we should like work on educational systems and cultural systems to make men less shitty, or to be more precise, to behave less shittily, I guess you could say. Then good. Then we're in agreement. Then it's a cultural thing. Then let's change the culture. If we see men being shitty on the street, let's call it out. I do that sometimes. If I see in the company that I work at, if I see somebody say something really like sexist and shitty, I'd be like, hey dude, what the fuck, bro? Calm that shit down. Because usually when someone's being shitty like that, it means they don't have the awareness to understand that what they're doing is hurting people. And they take silence as acceptance. I don't accept. Therefore, I'm not silent. I call that shit out. I tell them, stop being shitty. You're wrong. Rape culture persists because people are silent about it and defensive. When they hear that their buddy, raped a girl, they're like, no, she must be making it up. Or no, he's not like that. He can't be like that. They make excuses because they hate to admit that they were friends with a rapist. I'm sorry, but people can be rapists and amicable people otherwise. It's possible to be both. I don't believe in essentialism. It's possible to have good traits and bad traits. Some worse than others. People who rape men. No, again, Ligma, you're wrong. I'm sorry, you're wrong. Essentialism is not a good way of determining. It's not a good worldview. People are not good or bad. I'm sorry. I hate to say it. There's lots of interpersonal reasons that can lead someone to want to rape somebody. And the thing is, we're a lot closer. Like most of us are a lot closer to that edge than they might think so. Again, if you want to believe that only certain kinds of people are capable of rape, it's a comforting thought because it means, oh, I'm never going to be like that, so therefore I don't have to worry about it. And I never have to wonder what's causing the thing. Essentialism, unfortunately, is not a very good worldview because it also stops the conversation. Why do people rape? Because they're bad people. Oh, okay, let's just get rid of the bad people. That's it. What's causing it? How can we prevent it? What are the sociological implications? None of that matters. If there's just some people who are just the bad people, then you can just get rid of them. That's not helpful. And it's not how the world works. Talking about normal ethics. Raping is... Also, there's lots of men who don't know what rape actually is. For example, if there's two people who get drunk together and they have sex and like later... okay, actually that's a bad example. Let's say there's a guy who brings a girl home and she's more drunk than he is, and he still like finger bangs her or whatever, despite her like kind of like sort of waving it off, but she's not really in the right state of mind to be able to say yes or no. That's rape, bro. At the very least, it's sexual assault. That's a violation of a person's privacy without their consent. Enthusiastic yes, that's what you want. An enthusiastic yes. Anything short of that, stay clear of it. It's not on the same level as like, punching a girl and like putting her down, sure, but it's still rape and it's still bad. I never said that you should hit women. I am sure you don't. I'm sure you don't. What I'm saying is that there might be some kinds of actions that you don't even think are rape that basically are, for all intents and purposes, for the way that they make women feel. That's also rape culture as well, is normalizing certain behaviors that like aren't actually rape, but like people don't think it is. That's also part of it. So again, it goes down to education. And again, that's a straw man. People think that like when people like me complain about rape culture, people think, oh, that we think that they think. Of course I don't. Of course I know you don't like the idea of men assaulting women. The majority of rapes are of people that the women knows. The victim knows usually the rapist 9 times out of 10. It's not some random guy in the street pouncing on a random girl. No, it's usually like a family member or a close friend or relative or something who takes advantage of a person who's in a vulnerable position. It's coercion. You know how so many kids get raped by their uncles and aunts and like family members? It's because those kids don't have the sex education to know that what's happening to them is wrong. They don't know they're not supposed to be touched like that in their private areas. It comes down to education. I just believe that to take someone and raping is raping. I'm sorry. If you listen to sociologists, they will tell you that's not right. There's lots of other kinds of rape out there. Now we can argue about degrees. We can argue about severity. I will agree with you that that type that you're describing is one of the worst kinds, for sure. But it's not the only kind. And to say that it is the only kind is to excuse a bunch of suffering in the world. Again, because it's convenient, because it's simple. The world is not that simple, I'm afraid. It's not black and white, it's gradients. And it all matters because it all adds up. Then you also got raped? When? When was I raped? To not die from hunger is also... Wait, what? What? I'm sorry, I'm confused now. What are we talking about? Huh? To not die from hunger is... Wait, what? Are you confusing rape with violence, maybe? Or wait, what are we talking about? I'm confused. Sorry, VJ Reds, I missed your comment a while ago. There's a country called Afghanistan. There's a Sharia law. You can beat women, blah, blah, blah. No, yeah. I mean, that's an extreme example, but like, there is... it's an extreme example of a similar trend, yeah. Of making women responsible for men's urges instead of, like, looking inward. But yeah, no, Ligma, I'm sorry. I don't know what you mean by your last comment. Rape is also moral? No, that's not what I said. What I said was there's a lot more kinds of behaviors that sociologists consider rape that we just don't think of, like, most people don't think of as rape. The example that I gave you is, again, like, imagine there's two people at a bar, all right? They're flirting. The girl kind of indicates that she's sort of into the guy, but not really, but like whatever. Let's say like she, agrees to go home with him, right? They have a bunch of drinks. They come back home, they're drunk or whatever. The guy wants to fuck, so he like, starts making the moves or whatever. She's had quite a few drinks, so she's like not, super drunk and loopy, and she's kind of like sort of pushing away, but not hard enough to really say no. And the guy, fucks her anyway. That's rape. I'm sorry. It's not as brutal as like a violent, thing or whatever, but that's basically rape. It's sexual assault. It's having sex with someone without their informed, enthusiastic consent. Now, obviously, there's a gray area there, and obviously, like, it shouldn't be punished to the same severity, obviously. Like, again, we can talk about, like, punishment, and we can talk about, like, but it's in the same umbrella term. There's a gradient, Like, if the thing that you're describing is black, this is more like, gray, right? But it's still bad. And it still needs to be addressed. That's not rape? Well, that's where you and I disagree. And that's where you and the majority of sociologists disagree. I can explain if you're not ignoring? Sure, go ahead. Give me a chance to also calm my throat down, because I was doing a lot of talking there. Holy shit. I've been talking pretty much nonstop for like 2 hours. What a workout. My chat's not usually this lively. VJ Red says, by the way, are they paying well in casino? I'm working at a casino place right now. I'm working at a company called Playtech. It's the same as Evolution, but just a different company. Yeah, I make like about 1,000 euros per month for about 150 hours of work. So, make of that what you will. Like, it's enough to live on. It's not, it's not enough to save on, but... Upsilon says, you're a professor... Magic Channel, got it. The Magic Channel. I'm a witch. See, I'm a little witch. See? I'm a witch. And my little bone bros are killing the guys. 1,000. 1,000 per month. 1,000 euros per month for 150 hours of work. Alright. If she herself goes to the place where everyone's drunk and wants sex, so So she went with him over there. So she's consciously doing the choice. Yes. At that point, yes. But if she says no, or isn't enthusiastically consenting later, but is basically pressured into it, that's rape. Like, yes, if two people consent, that's fine. But if one person stops consenting, that's not fine. It's just that simple. So the question is, how much resistance is necessary? One of the things that, like, I think we often forget. So we all agree the average man is stronger than the average woman, right? Like, we all agree on that. And we also agree that the average man is more aggressive than the average woman. Women know this, or they feel it intuitively. And sometimes when you're in some guy's apartment and it's just the two of you, there are no witnesses, and he's stronger than you, and you know that, like, in the worst of circumstances, if you make him angry, he could kill you, and he's pressuring you for sex, you might be afraid to say no. If you've seen the Always Sunny in Philadelphia clip, because of the implication, right? I thought you were going to get like 3,000. Nope, just 1,000. If you're familiar here, let me show you the, it's going to be like very, very bad on the thing here because we're playing Path of Exile. I don't know if you know about the It's Always Sunny because of the implication. Upsilon says, what are we talking about? In Russian? No, I'm not going to say it in Russian, sorry. Somebody type it. Here.
I got some serpents.
I'm not going to play it because it's not going to play well right now. But I'm just going to send it in chat. Women have other types of rape. They're not. So now we're going to the defense. See, Ligma, I never said that women were inherently better. Ha ha ha! You fell for my trap. You see, I never. You inferred from my position something I didn't say. I never said that women are incapable of rape or that they rape us often or whatever. I mean, first of all, statistically, that's unilateral. But we're not talking about that. The reason we're on the subject in the first place was because I was saying there's a certain kind of culture that excuses certain kinds of behavior that actually are very toxic. Now we're going for the "but women are also bad" defense. They might be. That doesn't mean the men are good. That's a different topic. Be careful now. I don't understand. So even if we grant that women also rape equally, like in the same way or whatever, first of all, if that's true, that's also bad and we should stop it. But also, that doesn't mean that what men are doing is good. If two bad things are if one group is doing one bad thing and then a second group is doing a different bad thing, it doesn't make the first bad thing not bad. It's still bad. That's not a defense. And also, that's not, again, you might be right, but that's not relevant to this conversation. I was just contracting that both people can. I agree, both can. But one group has a cultural incentive to do so more often. One group of people have been conditioned to believe for the majority of human history that the other group are sex objects for their amusement and entertainment. One group of people have been told for centuries that the other group aren't even people. And only in the past 200 years or so has that view slightly changed. So, there's a bit of a bias there. Men go for aggressive. And again, we circle back to men can't help it. Men have to be aggressive. Yeah. Again, we're going back to this. We're going in circles right now. We're going in circles. Women, because they're weak. Yeah. Upsilon, I'm assuming you're joking, but that's a really bad joke. You should come up with more funny jokes. But again, so now we're going in circles. So now men can't help themselves again. So you have to pick one or the other, right? Because before you were saying that higher amounts of testosterone make people more calm. But now you're saying that men are inherently more aggressive and that's why they can't help but, you know, rape women more often. So you can't have it both ways. I was putting out the argument, but no, but it's contradictory, you see. You can't have it both ways. So if we're in a position where men are incapable of controlling their emotions, they shouldn't be in charge of anything. Because clearly they can't be, you know, trusted to make rational decisions if they're controlled by their emotions. You can't have it both ways. There's a lot more culture involved. If they are in control, if they are capable of making rational decisions, they should be able to make the rational decision to ask if the person they want to have sex with wants to have sex with them back. They should be able to ask for consent. They should be able to recognize that despite having tits and a pussy, this other person is a human being who also has rights and therefore should be respected. It's the rational decision. I'm not saying pro anger. I was talking about sex. I understand. Yeah, I know. Again, if a man is sexually attracted to a woman, he can't help being sexually attracted. But how he chooses to express that attraction and how he thinks about that attraction, that's something he can't help. And there's lots of men who think that they are entitled to women's bodies and women's attention just because they are attracted to them. That's why they get mad when women sell feet pics. They're mad because they think they should be getting for free what they have to pay for. That's why they get so mad. That's why their main insult... Okay, you know what? Never mind. It's fine. And also because they wish they could do it themselves. Again, so again, just for the third time, just to be clear, you are correct that you can't help if you find someone super fucking hot. What you can do is choose how to express that attraction. And there are ways of doing it that don't make women scared of men. Sadly, most men don't do it that way. Yes, hashtag not all men, and probably not most men, but enough that it causes a problem. And here's the thing as well. We have an incentive. For all of us guys who don't do that stuff, we also have an incentive to cut that shit out. Because yeah, those bad apples spoil the bunch. The few assholes who are aggressive and bad and stuff make the rest of us look bad. So they should stop making us look bad. And you might say, That's what I said, that we should control ourselves. Okay, cool. I'm glad that we're in agreement then. I'm glad that we're in agreement. That's good. I'm glad we found some common ground. I'm sorry if I misunderstood you before. I'm glad that we agree. Discipline is a very important take. But it starts with awareness as well. Again, I feel like there's a lot of, it's not just about, not doing what you know is wrong, but also knowing what is wrong as well. Some people just think what they're doing is not wrong. That's why they don't correct their behavior. They think what they're doing is okay. They need to have it explained to them what they're doing is not okay. Now we can argue about what is or isn't okay. That's a different question. But if we agree that something is bad, then people should be told that it's bad and, told not to do it. Also, I just realized I could have actually gone home a little while ago. Sorry, I was so busy. Let me we ground up out of here. You're doing that a lot? Yeah, fair enough. I apologize. I have much to learn. To be fair, I don't have these kinds of conversations very often, and I am a little bit like charged because I see this shit like and because of that you're forgetting my thought. Okay, fair enough. You know what? I do agree. I'm sorry about that. I apologize. That's on me. That is totally fair. That is fair, and I'm really sorry. I will try to jump to fewer conclusions. I apologize. That's on me.
You found it.
Another topic for discussion. Why don't women try to defend themselves? So, you were saying that men are, on average, stronger than women, whatever, but the difference is not colossal. Men get into fights, and you have no chance, and that's why. Well, I guess it would be better if more women knew self-defense, but again, that's not the solution. You're looking at a individual solution to a systemic problem, right? That's the main issue. If the issue is that there's a bunch of people who that exist in the world who are convinced that they should be allowed to like do bad things, the solution shouldn't be to have the other people like learn how to defend against that. The solution should be to stop them from doing it. I agree. It's like it would be better in the current system if more women knew how to defend themselves, but that shouldn't be the final solution. The final solution should be like they shouldn't have to in the first place. Open the door to the Temple of Kopek. Is it somewhere here? I think. Because of testosterone. Okay, we're kind of going in circles right now. I feel like we've already said the points. No. Just to be clear, I hope I didn't like. I do agree that testosterone plays a part, but it's not the only thing. It's not the only factor. There's lots of other things at play when it comes to the human body, but yeah, there's other stuff. And again, the important thing is, like, we should try to build a society where nobody has to be afraid of getting assaulted, man or woman, or whatever, or envy. Hey, the Watchman, what's up, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Where am I trying to go, actually? I don't even know. Temple of Kopek. So, oh, there's a separate. Okay. Okay, let's go back. I have to go to a different place. The hormone. Wait, the hormone gives stress resistance? It's not possible? What, it's not possible to build a better society, or what? That sounds like some bitch shit to me. That sounds like some fucking cuck shit to me. Oh, I'm sorry. Is doing difficult things difficult? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were all about, like, being go-getters and, you know, putting matters into our own hands here.
Don't get eaten.
Maybe it's possible, maybe it isn't, but I'm not gonna fucking put my hands down and fucking give up. I'm gonna keep working hard. Reverse says, Pablo, I can't tell you. That is confidential. Lol. Well, Ligma, agree to disagree. I think it's very well possible to change human society so that people aren't afraid to walk in the streets. I think that's very well possible. Not in all cases for all times, but certainly more often than now, I think for sure. And again, I feel like it's very fatal. It's very, like, weak of you to just give up on that. It's like, oh no, it's not possible. I guess let's just put our hands and watch people suffer. Nope. I refuse. Where the hell am I supposed to go? Open the door to the Temple of Kopek. Yeah, but where's the fucking door? Oh, that door's down there. Right. Hey, Mordax, what's up? How you doing? Pablo, have you ever been to Thailand? No, I have not been to Thailand, no. I'm not sure if I want to go, but I mean, it would be nice to visit, I suppose. It's like drinking water out of the ocean. Agree to disagree. Also, if you drink enough water out of the ocean, there'll be no more ocean. Like, yeah, if the I mean, okay, let's take the metaphor of drinking water out of the ocean. Yeah, in my lifetime, I'll never drink enough water to suck out the entire ocean, but I'll suck out some water. Sure. I mean, okay, that's a bad metaphor because like evaporation will cause the water to come back. But let's assume that like if I drink the water, it goes away. Eventually, somebody will, not me. And I'm not so much of a egotistic asshole to think that goals are only worth fighting for if I can be alive long enough to see the results. Lots of generations of people have built monuments and developed all kinds of societal advances, knowing full well they're not going to see the benefits of it. That's fine. It's cheap and it looks like lots of fun. What, Thailand? Yeah, maybe, yeah. It's very humid over there, though. I don't know. Trump is doing that for... No, he fucking isn't. No, he's fucking not. Get the fuck out of here. He's only doing the shit that he's doing because he's, because it's gonna make him richer. On the exact contrary, he is literally, like... He is making, He's doing something. He's doing very bad things. If he's doing what he's doing because he thinks he's gonna make the world a better place, he is literally, like... doing the exact opposite. He's burning the goddamn planet to the ground. For fuck's sake, he doesn't believe in goddamn climate change. He pulled the United States out of the climate accords, which would require the United States to like hold to international regulations of the climate. That's like the most destructive thing you can do. The planet's fucking burning, and he's making it burn faster. And he's invested $500 billion in the fucking AI schemes that are making the planet burn even faster. Have you seen those people? Yeah, the brown people are bad. Yeah, the brown people are evil. They're worse than you. Incredible. And we'll go back full circle. Yeah. Yeah, because white people, of course, are not. They're never like that. No, of course not. No. White people can never be criminals. Yeah, of course. They're deporting Native Americans, bro. Native Americans. People whose ancestors were literally born on the fucking continent. Where are they gonna deport them to? Oklahoma? The fuck are you talking about? Get the fuck out of here. Vijay says, what's wrong with Thailand? Why are there lots of transgenders? Oh, actually, I learned about this recently. First of all, nothing wrong with transgender people. We are pro-trans here on the Apologus stream. I will not tolerate trans slander. Number two, it turns out that they just have a longer tradition of it. Again, you're mixing my context up? Well, you okay, explain. What did I miss about the brown people? But yeah, no, so I actually did a bit of research on this. So there's actually lots of cultures that have had either like a third gender or higher tolerance, or let's say a more higher acceptance of transgender people or like non-binary people. There's certain cultures in India that have had it for thousands of years, and in Southeast Asia as well. That's a pretty common trait. Yeah, so it's a cultural thing, and so it's been normalized a long time ago there. So, yeah, when the language finally like shifted and made it more international, they just accepted the language, and yeah, lady boys are just trans women. Yeah, basically, and that's A-okay. If they want to be trans, let them be trans. Trans women are women. Do you live next to Belarus? Yeah, I live in Latvia. What do you think about the Ukraine grants? Sorry, what do you mean by Ukraine grants? Well, in the war, I'm pro-Ukraine. If that's what you're asking. I think that Putin's is a piece of shit, and Russia has no claim to Ukraine. What is this trans women bullshit? There you go, Ligma. That's a whole other issue. Listen, to be able to explain to you why trans women are women would require like basically 3 more hours of discussion, and you're not gonna believe me anyway. Trans women are women. That's all that matters. To give you a very quick crash course about it, sex and gender are 2 different things. The sex bits came first. The societal, like the cultural stuff came afterwards. Man and women are genders, which are social constructs, meaning societies came up with them and initially attached them to genitals, but now we know that there are certain people who identify with one societal group more so than the other, despite having different genitals. That's all it is. Money from the USA budget? Oh, yeah, I hope Ukraine gets all the support they need from whatever source it is, and yeah, I hope they beat back Russia. I grew up in a traditional household. That's great. You can learn to be different. You can learn the correct path. I said, okay. That's why I'll never understand this shit. I'm sorry that your brain is so closed, that you're so closed-minded, that you're like not even willing to understand this shit. Again, like, you know, it's funny that you were saying to me that I'm like afraid of the truth when you literally refuse to understand the latest advancements in sociological theory. I'm afraid of the truth, but you're telling me you literally will never understand something. Okay? I'm sorry you feel that way. I hope one day you'll change your mind. But I'm afraid of the truth. I'm pro-LGBT, but what gender do you have of your cats? The way I understand it, the current understanding is that because we don't understand the minds of other animals, we don't know how their gender breakdowns would work. We don't... so, like, gender, as we understand it in human society, is a human thing. As far as I'm concerned, it's possible that maybe other animals have genders. We don't know what they are, though. They could be as simple as man and woman. They could be more complicated than that. We don't know. And we won't know until they become sapient enough to explain to us. That's the non-funny answer. No, as in why should you? Is that it? Because it's true, and it's better. The thing is, like, so here's the thing. First of all, because there are trans people, and being nice to them is important because they're human beings and they deserve respect, and that includes recognizing that they are what they claim to be. That's number one. So just from an empathy perspective, it's nice to be nice, right? But also, yeah. Again, Ligma, now who's playing a straw man? Nobody's talking about 999 genders. There are some people who are delusional. I will agree with you on that. But not the majority of trans people. This has been recognized by like most credible medical organizations. No, I'm sorry. There's a great video. I actually put out a video on my YouTube channel about this that shows like a sort of a graph about this. The best way to describe... Okay, imagine, let's break this down. Okay, I'm gonna give you like the short version. Imagine on this side you have blue, and on this side you have green, okay? So you have blue and you have green, the colors, and you have the band, okay? Previously, up until, let's say, about like 100 years ago, people used to think that there was only green and only blue, right? And there might be some like weirdos in between, but like you can just put them into categories. Now we are discovering that there's a gradient between them. So imagine there's like a gradual like transition between green and blue. Some people will want to label every single one of those gradients a separate gender. That's stupid. It looks more like most people fall within that band, but it's a gradient. So like some people might be 90% man and like 10% woman, right? Whatever the hell that means. Some people may fall outside of that entirely. They be agender, like their relationship to these kind of terms is entirely outside of the band as well. That's also possible, right? But the band seems to exist. That seems to be the central norm. Now, how much of that is genetics and how much of that is culture, that's a separate question, but like that's how it is. So the thing that you're talking about with the 999 genders, that's just like people trying to label all of those gradients in between. But there is like the 2 general archetypes, and that seems to be at least closely related to sex, if not like dictated by it. That's the current science right now. That's the way to describe it. So if a child wants to change the gender, they go. Yeah, so this is actually a common misconception. This is fear-mongering. So what actually happens in most civilized societies is that if a child shows multiple years prolonged expression of a different gender, they go to a doctor, a physician who's qualified to deal with this shit, and they have years and years of more testing and observation, after which, after consultation with a medical professional, they decide on a plan of possible gender reassignment, which starts with puberty blockers. Puberty blockers have been used since the fucking 70s to cure all kinds of like other gender diseases, like what's a thing called precocious puberty. Some people get puberty way faster and it like fucks up their metabolism. So we know that puberty blockers work and they have no negative side effects. We know this for a fact. It's already been tested since the fucking 70s. I promise you, you can look it up. So what happens is, if a child possibly feels like they might be a different gender, they put them on puberty blockers until they become of an age, like let's say 18 or whatever, to be able to make an informed consensual decision on which gender they want to be. If they were mistaken, fine. Lose the puberty blockers, they go through normal puberty, it's more or less okay. Again, statistics show there's usually no negative consequences. If they do want to switch over to the other gender, great. You did not go through the puberty of your assigned sex. You can go on the other hormone wash and you're good to go. And then later, as an adult, that adult can make a decision of, do I want to also get surgery? That's how it works. This is a process of possibly decades. It's not like you just walk into a clinic and that's not, nobody does that. Nobody does that. Why to do it? Ligma, the reason you think this is new is because these people have existed throughout all of history. It's just when they expressed themselves, they got killed. They got persecuted. They got shunned. They got castrated. They got fucking ostracized. They got quieted into silence. They have always existed. Always. You know what the Nazis did? The very first thing they did when they came into power back in 1935 or whatever the year was, you know what the first thing they did? They burnt a bunch of books about transgender and transsexual studies that were being conducted in Germany. They were doing this shit in the 1930s in Germany. And the first thing Nazis did was get rid of that shit. Transgender people have existed throughout history, I promise you. It's just that they've been basically beaten to submission and shunned out of history. And now finally they're getting a voice, and so you think it's new because all of a sudden they're allowed to speak their mind. They've always been here. I like to hope that one day the societal expectations will go away entirely and humanity will discard the concept of gender as meaningless. Yes, I'm also a gender abolitionist, Mordax. I also agree, yes. I want to... Right now, gender unfortunately is a necessary concept. And well, no, Ligma, you can't have this. Ligma, you can't have this. You're holding two positions that are contradictory. You can't say they never existed, it's a hoax, and also it's good that they were suppressed. They exist. It's the truth. If you want to deny it, that's fine, but you can't pretend like it's new when, like, you're saying it's good that they... So basically you're saying it's good that we're pretending that it's not true? So you don't care about the truth. You just care about your comfort. You can't... Oh, my goodness. Oh. VJ Red says, what do you think about... sorry, I don't know what the word Poviestichka means. Oscar... The Oscars can only be given by... Oh, you mean like categories and stuff. Well, I have no respect for the Academy of Motion Pictures. I think the Academy of Motion Pictures is a rotten, corrupt, greedy fucking organization, so I have no respect for the Oscars whatsoever. So whatever they do, I don't give a fuck because it's all bullshit. It's all purely political. It's all money driven. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about the Oscars. Haven't for a very long time. So I don't care what they do. And also, by the way, if you're going to talk about corporations having like quotas for stuff like this, they're doing it because it's popular. And by the way, it won't be very soon. By the way, it's no coincidence that Facebook and what's his name, Mark Zuckerberg, who during the Obama and Biden administrations was like, pro-LGBT, but only in countries that support it, is now suddenly turning full MAGA. It's because he follows the money. And the majority of corporations do that. They only support these rights for as long as it's profitable, for as long as it's popular. The moment it stops being profitable and popular, I promise you, all these corporations will swerve right into your camp. I promise you that. It's cynical. It's not a justification for Nazism. If you support LGBT, it's also. I've tried to explain. Again, I'm sorry. You're dead wrong. History will prove me right. History has already proven me right.
Get out of my way.
I was gonna say before we got into this whole thing here, you were asking like, what's the point? One of the things that the transgender awakening, as you can say, has revealed is just how fragile a lot of societal prerequisites are. A lot of things that we used to think are intrinsic to being human are actually not, and the existence of trans people makes that possible. In fact, that's actually been like the majority of cases, that like the deviants and the outcasts of society often are the people who, through their advocacy and through their fighting for their rights, show the faults in our society and the improvements. Like all of the things that we benefit from, are the fact that children don't have to go to work and get public schooling, the fact that we have government funding at all or societal programs at all. These are all the hard work of socialists, of outcasts, of freaks, and other types of weirdos who have correctly pointed out that there's issues in society because they're the ones that are most affected. And it's through their advocacy that we're able to enjoy the benefits of their labor. So that's one use case right there. Like, if you don't care about empathy, if you don't care about caring about people, you benefit from transgender people advocating for stuff because they're exposing issues in our society that everybody suffers from. The reason that so many of these autocratic right-wing people are afraid or they hate the transgender movement is because it reveals the hypocrisy of the two-gender system. They need there to be only two genders because that explains why one gender has to stay at home and take care of the kids and stay in the kitchen. They have to make it so that, like, they have to make these things cold, hard fact because that's how they justify one gender not having rights and, not having autonomy. It seems like, it exposes the silliness of those assertions that, like, it's quote-unquote natural that women stay in the kitchen or whatever. And other such bullshit beliefs that, Pavel, can we talk in Telegram? It's easier that way? We can do, but, like, I feel like it's gonna be kind of a dead end because you seem to be ideologically convinced of your position. I don't know what to tell you. See, there's women. And you're saying there's other people because they're saying that way. They say, well, if the only evidence for it was that they say they are, I agree, that would be stupid. There's more evidence to it than that. And also, man and woman are social constructs. These are not like again, sex and gender are two different things. You're talking about sex right now. You're talking about sex, the genitalia, the hormone washes. Yes, that is real. Yes, that's also on a curve, but let's not go in there. Gender is a social construct. There is nothing about having a penis that means that I can't stay in the kitchen and take care of the kids. There's nothing about a vagina that says I have to go to work and die in war. These are two different things. I agree. If the only, like, for example, I'll give you an example of something that I think is stupid. There are people who are called otherkin. The whole world is Papa. Okay, so now I'm just getting you mad. All right. So now we're getting to the point where you're not engaging with my arguments. Okay, all right. We're getting to the point of devolving. All right, here we are.
Get out of my way.
You are the sexist. I wasn't talking about the kitchen. I was drawing the extrapolation. I'm not saying you believe that. I'm just saying those beliefs lead to those other beliefs. I'm not saying that you believe that. I'm just saying that like the people who perpetuate these ideas eventually lead there. It always leads there every single time. I'm not angry. Yeah, but you're not engaging with my arguments though. You're not like you're just saying that like, oh, it's man and woman and that's it. Well, fuck, man. The mountain of scientific data conducted in the past 50 years disagrees with you. I'm sorry.
None can oppose me.
Evidence. Man and woman are terms we only use to refer to humans. An animal can be male or female, but never man or woman. I'm sorry, more Dex. We are so far. You and I are in agreement. Like we're on the same team here. I would have to like break so many things down to get to like. There's like several layers of bullshit that we have to get through first. It's impossible to hold a dialogue. Unfortunately, so. I'm really sorry. Again, like, you're like I don't mind having these discussions. I'm trying to think of a way to bridge the gap of understanding. Because I don't want to say like look it up. Yeah, because like that's not really fair. I don't have like a set of documents ready right now. But that wouldn't really convince you anyway. That's the thing. That's the other issue. It's an emotional appeal. Okay. Let's put it to you this way. How should we do it? Okay. I am an emotional creature, and I tend to gravitate towards positions that seem to cause the least harm and provide the most good. And from what I've seen, there's a group of people who are suffering right now because they're not being allowed to express themselves the way they want to. Whether or not what they're saying is true, like, the thing that we're talking about is basically like deciding if it's true. And I choose to decide that it's true because doing so helps a lot of people and prevents suffering. And as far as I'm concerned, that makes it true. Because again, these are social constructs. We decide these things. We can choose to believe something different. We don't have to tie people's societal behaviors and norms to their genitalia. We can choose a different metric. Evidence. Men are statistically more likely to commit crimes. Trans women fit comfortably in the lower crime bracket of women, not men. That's a really good, that's a good metric. There's a lot fewer trans women. That's also true, yeah. Also this as well, yeah, that like there's no like there's very little harm done. Like even if you don't believe them when they say they're women, treating them like women it doesn't change your life at all. Like it doesn't affect you negatively in the slightest. We're comparing... Wait, what? They're comparing an ass with piss? Wait, what? I've never heard that expression. What does that mean? Sorry, what does that expression mean? Comparing an ass with piss. Does it mean it's like it's all shit? Or what do you mean? I'm confused.
I need more mana.
Oh, it means that there's no point. Yeah. And again, like, if you trace the roots of like the people who are advocating for this stuff the most, they know they're lying as well. That's the other thing as well, is that the people who are advocating for like it means that like one or two is bad. Well, no, because believing trans people when they say that they're the gender they are, that's actually a good thing, though. It's good. I've already explained why, but if you don't believe me, then that's fine. I've already given you a reason why. I've actually given you several reasons why, but...
Death is my power to wield. More mana.
Okay, so what are LGBTQ people ready for? Well, mainly the right to exist as they are and not be persecuted, to not be assaulted, to not be, to basically live life with dignity, and be perceived as who they are, to be their true authentic selves and not be persecuted for it. That's the main thing. They exist. I mean, the fact of the matter is, they exist whether or not we acknowledge their existence, and all they're asking for is us to acknowledge and respect them. That's it. They have all the rights of citizens, right? But their life is significantly worse because there are political movements and governments that don't acknowledge their existence and want to persecute them. But they are subject to violent rhetoric that makes them the victims of crime disproportionately. They are not allowed legal status. They are discriminated at in certain places, even if it's not legal. There's a stigma there, and we need to fight the stigma.
I call, and the sun obeys.
Oh shit. Okay, this guy's a little tough.
X.
This guy's the boss. Let's see if we can get him. First of all, let's go ahead and put points in. Can we put points in something that's helpful here right away? I think I want this thing, yeah. 20% increased maximum life. They had biffs? Sorry, I don't know what that means. What is a buffet? I don't know what that means. Okay, this guy's gonna just hit me no matter what. Oh, buffs. They had buffs before Trump. Not that many. Not nearly as many as you think. Not even close. Not even close. I promise you, no.
Feast on flesh.
Again, that's a convenient narrative. Again, it's you're feeding into a convenient narrative. It's easy for you to dismiss the plight of these people if you think that they've been privileged. They haven't been. I promise you that. It's a convenient narrative that you're being told because it makes it easier to dehumanize people. I promise you. Nope. Nope. Whatever example you can give me is incorrect. Nope. Didn't happen. There might have been some performative, whatever, Hollywood bullshit, but it doesn't translate into real life implications. They have it in respect. Okay.
Let the sun curl your flesh.
And also, even if that were true, even if I do grant you that was true, which I don't agree with you, that doesn't change what's true. Again, if we're arguing about what's true, it doesn't matter if someone has been vanished or not. Again, the only reason you think it's bad is because you think that they aren't real or that they're saying, bullshit. If someone has been, given unnecessary privilege, that's fine, but the question is, was it necessary?
The gaze of the vow.
That's a different question.
I call, and the sun obeys.
Alright, bye. Alright, take care. You're going to eat? Incredible. Well, I mean, thanks for enduring it, I guess. What can I say? I'm glad that we were actually, most people leave way before that you did, so I do respect that you're actually willing to listen to me and try to argue. So I do appreciate that. Thanks for, it's good to have these conversations, I guess, yeah. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Alright, so I just gotta dodge his fire shit. Can we also talk about a different societal thing? I'm black, I can't be racist. What I think? Yeah, I think that's stupid. Everybody can be racist. It is important to denote between individual racism and systemic racism. There are definitely bad trans people who expect to get away with being abusive because they're trans. Oh, for sure, 100%. Yeah. But that's true for every group, yeah? Like, every group, you know, yeah. Every group will have people who will try to abuse what they perceive to be a privileged status. Obviously, yeah. People that do exist, I've been receiving the end of one, but yeah. And yeah, the racism thing as well, yeah. There, we're telling people in every demographic, and it's important that when a person misbehaves, you judge the individual, not the demographic. Exactly, yes. That's also one thing that's like not often talked about, is that because like understanding of these topics is relatively new, trans people are held to an insanely high standard of conduct. If even one of them does something slightly bad, they're all like, you know, given that attribution, instead of being an individual thing, right? That's also a bad issue. Hashtag not all men, but apparently all trans people. That's not good either. But yeah, VJ Reds, to answer your question, it's important to note between individual racism and systemic racism. So individual racism is when an individual person, like, you know, if a white guy says the N-word, that's individual racism. That's somebody actively, maliciously hating on somebody. Systemic racism is where employers, for example, will, like, statistically hire fewer job applications with black-sounding names than with white-sounding names, because they've been historically led to believe that black-sounding names belong to black people, and that, like, there's some sort of a weird, like, cultural thing that, like, black people are worse at jobs or whatever. Like, that's systemic racism. They don't mean to. It's not like nobody's intentionally trying to fuck them over. It's just that there's been this cultural stigma, and so black-sounding names. Like, there's been tests already done where employers of every skin tone, including black, statistically hire, like, there's been double-blind tests where basically, like, the same resume, the same CV has been sent over with a white-sounding name and a black-sounding name, and the black-sounding name gets picked less often in the United States. That's systemic racism, right? So again, nobody's individually, like, nobody's trying to fuck over black people. They've just been led to believe that there's some sort of a thing they should be paying attention to where there isn't, right? I don't understand. Wait. I am of a certain race, and therefore I can't be subject to certain criteria. That's racism by itself. No, I agree, for sure, yeah. And there definitely are people who believe that, yeah. That's called identity politics. Identity politics is the idea that you can lump certain values with certain groups of people intrinsically. So yeah, so the idea of, like, I'm black, I can't be racist, that's bullshit. There's lots of people like that. That's what a lot of, like, black Republicans, that's like their main defense. Like Candace Owens, for example. You know, like these fucking grifters who say all of this, like, anti-black shit. And they're like, well, I'm black though, so I can't be racist. Yeah, you can. It's possible to have bad ideas no matter what skin tone you have. That is true, yes. But it is also true that certain groups of people in societies have fewer privileges and fewer abilities to affect people more disproportionately. So I do believe that black people in the United States have less institutional racism than white people. Meaning systems and societies are set in such a way as to privilege them less and in fewer situations. There are some situations. Racial correction programs like affirmative action were meant to correct for that issue, but unfortunately it's a very, like, short-term solution to a long-term problem, sadly. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. And now all that shit's getting repealed anyway, so doesn't matter. Now workplaces can discriminate based on whatever they want.
I can't believe it.
Ride the elevator. All right.
On top of this device the entire time.
Also, we've been here for 3 hours. I should probably stop streaming, honestly. This has been so much fun. God damn. All right, let me go ahead and put all this stuff over here. Ooh, Skeletal Storm Mage. Reviving skeleton streams can call down a lightning storm or dead skeletons on command. Okay? Wait. On dead skeletons on command. dead skeletons? That's weird. Impales a skeleton on the bone to bring your minions. No. Hex Blast. Deals 100 to 108 chaos damage, explosion radius. Detonates a curse. No. I kind of feel like I should just keep, like, getting my guys stronger. I could try the Skeletal Storm Mage. I guess, like, I'm going to get more of these. I can try it, at least.
Skeletal Storm Mages deal high lightning damage, but have low life.
Mm-hmm.
You can command them to call down lightning bolts on all fallen skeleton minions in the area. These bolts create shocked ground, which increases the damage taken by monsters standing on it.
Hmm.
Skeletal...
Let's try it. It's worth a shot, at least. Might be worthwhile. What are you trying to do over here? Is there a plot, or is it like Genshin Impact? There's not really a plot. It's like Genshin in that regard, yeah. If you've heard of a game called Diablo, it's like that. So basically, we are a hero, and we're trying to kill all the monsters and get better and have stronger abilities, and eventually in the end game, we're trying to find like the right gear. We're grinding for hours trying to find the gear with the right sockets and all that bullshit. Lightning damage, accuracy rating, maximum life, increased rarity of items. I like that. Cold damage to attacks, accuracy rating, maximum mana, fire resistance. Yeah, it's kind of meh. I feel like this is probably better because I like the cast speed increase. I like it. Yeah. Sounds like a lot of hours wasted. I like it. Yeah. Well, have fun with it. Currently, I think it sells for 30 euros on Steam. That's the early access version. Alright, let's not put stuff into Storm Mage yet, because we don't know how it plays out. Vulnerability, Grand Feast. I think I need to put a thingy... Actually, wait, do I think I have enough... I think I have a thingy... Add a support... Yeah, as a support socket. So we need to add a support socket to the Skeletor Frost Mage, because this guy is a staple in our... There we go. There we go. Very nice. And now we can use the uncut support gem. So, Skeletor Frost Mage, what can you do? Bidding. Command skills deal more damage. Minions for support skills deal more damage. Take more damage. No, for the Frost Mage, that's not really good. Damage is not really what these guys are about. Ooh, that's what we want. We want cold mastery. More cold. Okay. Storm Mage we don't know. Vulnerability is up. Grim Feast is whatever. Although, wait. Grim Feast. 30% increased recovery from Life Flask while supported skill is active. Grim Remnants recover 50 energy shield to announce as well. Okay. I mean, that's kind of nice, I guess. More health is more better, but I've never had that issue, though. I feel like I need to be more proactive. Corpses consumed and a chance to destroy it. Less cast speed for skills for damage. Wait. Oh, no, this is the thing that I... Wait, what? Supported spell skills have 50% less cast speed. Okay. Supported skills deal 40% more damage with spell hits. Wait, what? So it just happens fast. Wait, support spell skills that hit enemies and you cast yourselves, boosting damage at the cost of cast speed. Oh, no. So it's gonna... Okay, so it's gonna be slower. 50% slower. Got it. 15% slower, but more damage. Does that make sense? Detonate dead... This is the one that blows up corpses. I don't think that's really good, because it's really only good for clearing out small dudes, and I like the fact that we can, like, chain them. No. Skeletal warrior. Why do I have two wait, what? Oh, this is from the... Wait, can I can't do it on the thing, right? I can't put it on... No, I can't. Yeah, it's not available. Because these skeletal warriors are from my scepter. They can't be enhanced. Okay. What was I doing? Oh yeah, we're gonna do the support gem. So these skeletal warriors, I can make them deal more melee physical damage, less attack speed, or minions from supported skills take 20% of their maximum life as fire damage per second. Oh yeah, this is the one that like makes them blow up after a while. This is kind of shit. I want my beefy boys to exist. Skeletal warrior. Bone cages, whatever. I might actually take bone cage out. It's kind of dumb. Bone blast. Yeah, it already has the things. Ooh, there's some good stuff here. What do I have? Pin and spec echo to blind enemies on hit. Wait, what? Being blinded causes 20% less accuracy rating and evasion rating and lasts for 4 seconds unless otherwise specified. Ooh. Auto blind. I mean, 20% less accuracy rating is not that good, I guess. I don't know, maybe. Break armor equal to 50% of physical damage dealt by supported skill. Bonaparte saying howdy. VJ Red says, what do you think about a 4-day work week? I love it. I'd love to have a 2-day work week. I'd love to have a fucking 0-day work week if possible. But realistically, I think 4-day work week is good. Yeah, I think so. VJ Reds, the thing is that there's lots of reasons that employers insist on a 5-day work week that aren't even really related to profit necessarily. There's kind of these weird examples. So number one, one of the insidious things is that if the Russian chat, no, it's fine, Bonaparte. It's okay. I don't mind. So what I'm going to describe right now is not a plan. Nobody planned this. It just happened that way, and lots of people benefit from it. So here's the thing. When people are tired from work and they're overworked and they can't relax, they often try to seek simple pleasures to make themselves feel better. So they buy more expensive coffees. They order in instead of cooking because they're too tired to cook. They buy video games as a distraction. They, smoke. They drink. They consume other things like that. Okay? Those industries rely on these people needing that extra stuff to take off the edge. So there are these perverse incentives to keep people miserable working for as long as possible to make them reliant on these small pleasures, which also cuts into their wages. If everybody who buys those coffees and the cigarettes and whatever would save up that money instead, they'd be able to afford a vacation once in a while. But they can't do that because if they don't have that alcohol and cigarettes and all that stuff, they would go fucking insane and either die or kill somebody. Again, nobody planned this, but some people noticed it, and therefore they're doing it that way. By spreading the workload in such a way, I thought I was gonna fucking get a Lamborghini car. Well, I mean, Lamborghini might be a bit extreme, but you understand what I'm saying? There's that perverse incentive. Again, nobody planned this; it just kind of worked out that way, and it's also the same with working from the office or whatever. There's lots of jobs that could be done remotely, but when people are at home and they're comfortable, they can't be micromanaged and controlled by the employer. And part of the reason why the system works is because people are demoralized by their workplace. So there's that as well. So yes, a 4-day work week would not only benefit people mentally. This is quite deep, comprehend. Oh yeah, we're on a super high level over here. So that's also why I think the 4-day work is good. And also, mind you, again, in different companies it's different, and different jobs require different amounts of this. But in lots of places, in the United States, this is the most egregious example, but other countries as well. Oftentimes, what happens is companies just rent out office space and they need to justify having it, so they force people to be in the office no matter what. And it's already been proven, like statistically, for an 8-hour work week, realistically, the average office worker actually does like 2 hours of work. Like realistically, they do the stuff they do done, and then the rest of the time they're either like scrolling on Facebook, or they're doing busy work to look busy, or they're in meetings all the time, meetings that could have easily been emails. There's a lot of inefficiency there. And like part of the reason they do that is because they're so burnt out on all that extra like work culture. Like to a certain extent, there's lots of middle managers that justify their own jobs by micromanaging that time, by setting up all those meetings, right? So there's that as well. There's a lot of bloat in that regard. So there's lots of reasons why we don't need to do the 5-hour work week. People are more productive now than they ever have been. Productivity is at an all-time high. We don't need to do this shit. Again, I'm not explaining it like super well, but yeah. So not only would it be good for us because we can like relax a bit more, but it's also good for the employer as well because the employee won't be burnt out. They'll be more efficient in the time that they're working. It depends on the job. Yeah. For sure. Absolutely. Like for example, the job that I do, where do I have a job? Yeah. I do casino shit at a company called Playtech. So I run games. So obviously those are 24-hour services. Somebody needs to be there at all times to man the machine. That makes sense. And like there's a certain amount of like people that can be in the building, yada yada. That makes sense. But what they could do right now, they like most of these companies divide their 24-hour cycle into 3 8-hour shifts. So you have a morning shift, an afternoon shift, and an evening shift, right? What they could do is they could employ, let's say, twice as many people to account for bloat and stuff, and divide the day into 6-hour shifts. So they could make it like, morning 1, morning 2, afternoon, night, whatever. Like whatever, however you want to divide it, like 0 to 6, 6 to 12, 12 to 6, 6 to 12, whatever. And that and basically like pay proportionally, so it makes it like the pay could be the same, but reduce the number of hours everybody has to work. Make it even the same number of days, but just like 6-hour days instead of 8-hour days. I guarantee you the quality of entertainment they would receive from all employees would double. I almost guarantee you. The satisfaction quality, the productivity, and also turnover would be much lower. Those companies have a really high turnover rate, partially because it's a very like entry-level job for young people, and so like they're in university, so yada yada, but also partially because they get fucking ground out. It's a demoralizing job. Not everybody can do it. I initially was ground out the first time that I left was because I was miserable because like I thought that what I was doing was meaningless. But fine. But they would also retain many more of their employees if they lowered the number of hours, even if they kept the pay the same. So it's also that as well, right? So there's lots of benefits to it. Like the company itself would see a higher quality of entertainment and therefore better productivity if they just reduce the number of hours. But they don't care about that because they get paid all the same. Everybody's happy with the system as it is. I repair trains with 20 people. That's awesome. That's really cool. Wait, Brown Sheep, are you saying that you don't need 20 people to repair those trains? Well, I mean, it's a safety thing, I guess. Mordex says, I'm a lot more productive on 4 days per week, but I also give up 20% of my wage to do that. That sucks. More? You need more than 20 people? Well, there you go. But again, these companies always are looking for, like, trying to pay people as little as possible. Like, it's the shitty thing that, like, wait, what was it? MF Hades 69 says, hello, long time no see. Hey, MF Hades, nice to see you. Oh, were you the one who joined me on that one time that I played Hades, was it? Or what was it? If I remember correctly. Yeah. Yes. Oh, it's nice to see you again. We're playing Path of Exile 2. Or rather, we were playing Path of Exile 2, but now I'm educating people on shit. Okay, I'm gonna make all these decisions later because this is gonna take me forever to do. And I've also been streaming for like 3 hours and 15 minutes, so I'm gonna stop. This is too much over here. I'll just finish what I was saying. I'll just finish my couple of points, and then we're gonna call it a day because I am kind of tired. And also, My girlfriend's going to be coming home soon, so I need to prepare for her. I think she wants din-dins, if I'm not mistaken. I need to check the messages. So what I was saying was, yeah, most companies pay as few people, employ as few people as they reasonably can get away with, and pay them as little as possible. Ideally, they'd like to not pay them at all, but certain legal requirements require them to pay them a certain amount, and also they found the exact balance of like the bare minimum they can pay and still keep people around. And the reason they can do that is because we're in an economic system where if you don't have a job, you basically fucking die. Well, first you become homeless and then you die. So people are coerced into doing jobs they otherwise wouldn't want to do. But that's a whole other issue. If everybody was guaranteed shelter, you know, some amount of food, and basically all the basic amenities, like guaranteed by the society, these companies would have to pay them a whole lot more to incentivize them to do what they're doing. But they don't have to, because they know that like there's a certain, because of the implication. You have to work or you die. That's the sword of Damocles that hangs above you. That's the gun pointed to your head, the invisible gun. So it fucking sucks. We should change that. So yeah, 4-day work week would be good. I mean, think about it. The whole point of automation, the whole point of technology was to make it so that we wouldn't have to work as much. Why do we work more now when we have technology that's supposed to help us work less? What happened to the Jetsons, you know? Anyway, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. My dear friends, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening. We had a lot of spirited debate. I do apologize if I came off very abrasive. I feel like, yeah, I definitely kind of dropped the ball in that regard. I probably could be a lot more. We do work less and less. Wages are higher and higher. There's more and more people. I 1000% disagree, my dude. In most civilized countries, okay, let's break it down over here. Let's break it the fuck down. All right. Wage relative to inflation. I don't know. Let's see here. 10. Oh shit. Wait, compare inflation? No, wait, where's the inflation rate? Zyphen says, why is this game that hyped and that many people are playing it? Well, that's kind of a different discussion over here. Wait, hold on a second. I was doing one thing, but now I'm percentage maybe? No, that's not right. How to live on this money? Yeah, it's not great. I don't know if I'm finding the right thing. Hold on. Oh, this is just average monthly wages. But can we? Hold on. Let's find a thing. It makes total sense that Russians are being paid more these days when there are fewer of them to split the pot now. Lol. Amazing. I'm trying to find like graphs and stuff. Okay, I'm not really good at researching this stuff, but I can definitely agree. I definitely can tell you. I'm pretty sure I'm right that in most, certainly in most Western countries, the wages are definitely lower. Like they've not risen proportionate to inflation. That is true. It's definitely true in Latvia for sure. I definitely know that for a fact. Shit is way more expensive now than it was relative to how it should be. Like, we're not getting paid nearly enough. But okay, Zyphin's asking, why is the game that hyped? They mean Path of Exile 2. Well, I'll tell you. Okay, so broadly, these kinds of games are excellent for when you want to just kind of mindlessly game for a while. This is like, for me, this is a really, really great game for like if I'm playing on my main monitor and I have like YouTube, and I'm watching like a YouTube video essay in a second monitor. It's a beautiful game for that. So I think that's like one of the draws. Because like it's gameplay and it requires concentration, but not nearly enough that you can't like pay attention to a separate video in a sense. That's like the appeal for me, and I think a lot of people as well. It's one of those like passive games. But also, Path of Exile 2 I think is a huge improvement over Path of Exile. The gameplay is a lot more positioning and timing sensitive, and is a lot less busy on screen as well. It's not just like pressing all the buttons and shooting numbers and shit like that. There's a lot more timing involved. There's a lot more like paying attention and stuff like that. So it is more engaging in that regard. So I do appreciate it. They've made an improvement in that regard. It feels a lot more like I'm an active participant in the battle rather than just like a passive observer. So yeah, that's definitely a good thing. In Vienna, the inflation is going down. Okay, yeah, there are some like individual cases, sure, but generally, globally, broadly speaking, yeah. So yeah, Path of Exile I think is like it's fun. Again, I can't speak for all the classes because right now I'm just doing Witch. The Witch is really fun. Minion Master is super fun. My little bony boys, I'm having a great time. It feels really good to pop off all the skills and like get all the sequencing right and watch my little bony boys just devour my enemies. And I'm just in the background just like, yeah guys, don't worry, I'm just gonna pelt them with Bone Blast. Don't worry, just you got it, bros. Oh, you're dead? You'll just come back in 15 seconds. Don't worry, it's fine. Just don't worry about it. I'm a cute little witch girl. Tee-hee. So yeah, I don't know about the other classes. I mean, it's not boring. No, it's super fun. I'm loving it. Yeah, because Zyphans, it's not just like you don't just like create the minions and then nothing. You can control them. You can direct them. Some of them have special abilities. You can blow them up. You can like put curses on your enemies and they can like interact with that. There's lots of active things you can do, and kind of you have to. Sorry, I'm about to finish stream, so I'm not going to show you, but you can watch the VOD and you can watch the gameplay and judge for yourself how it is once the VOD is over. So you can draw your own conclusion. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm having a yeah, but if you want to play a more active role, of course you can choose like warrior, monk. I hear monk is very, very fun. People are enjoying monk right now. What's the other one that people was it sorceress? I think is people are enjoying. So yes, there's some stuff. But okay, yeah. Once again, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Again, if you missed most of the stream, you can watch the VOD once I press stop. Tune in this Friday when we will continue our Neil Breen marathon, and we'll watch the next movie on the list, which I think is, let me just double check over here. The next movie on the list is going to be I Am Here Now. Next movie. So yeah, we got a whole lot of Neil Breen to get through. Double Down was an incredible film, so I'm looking forward to I Am Here Now. It's going to be a watch party. It's going to be amazing. Yeah. Zyphan, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. But yeah, so Mondays and Wednesdays, we're continuing Path of Exile 2, at least for a little while, until I get bored of it or find a better game. And Fridays, yeah, for now we're going to have the Neil Breen marathon, but eventually we'll have some other stuff. Or we'll, sprinkle some intermittent things. I have this idea that maybe at some point we'll do a kitchen stream, because I haven't done one of those in a while. I'm thinking maybe I can try to make a pizza, because I've always been curious about that. I've been like really curious if I can like, yeah, that would be interesting. But don't hold me to that. Just an idea I've had. All right. My dear friends, thank you for watching. I've said like 3 goodbyes already. Thanks for watching. Hopefully see you on Friday. If not, I hope you have a great rest of your week. And pizza's cool. I agree. Have a great rest of your week. I love you all. You're my little PogChamps. Mwah. See you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.